Hello, pre-notification gang. Oh, here. My day's been alright. Hope you had a good day. You gonna play Friday Night Funkin' tonight? No, I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So tomorrow is the day before Near Replicant. So tomorrow I'm gonna try and finish uh, Everhood and Friday Night Funkin' Week 7. So I'm gonna try and bang both of those out tomorrow. Nier's one of my favorite story games of all time. That's literally up there in my top 5 favorite games. So I am extremely excited for Near Replicant. Thanks to the resub Megap. Darman made a new channel. Why? Thanks to the Prime Food. So there's a couple videos I want to watch tonight. They're both slapping videos. So that's the main reason I wanted to do a YouTube night. Plus there's another Melody Sheep video that we haven't seen. So those were the big ones I wanted to see tonight. Thanks to the Prime Cian. Thanks to the resub B Sanders. Hello, Squeezy. What are the anime I'm watching now? So since Tiana's not here, I can't watch any new anime without her. But what I've been watching is One Piece. Actually, Tier 1 Dante Inferno and the Tier 1 Ninja Killer. I'm 14 episodes in. It's really goofy. I'm at the point where the Claude Aradifoid, I forgot his fucking name, the butler to Kaya, and it turns out he's a bad guy, and then he like slices the one guy, and then the girl comes in like, oh my god, what the fuck happened to you? I forgot all these characters' names, and I just watched an episode last night. He's like, what the fuck happened, Maori, or Meowie, whatever his name is. And then he's like, oh, Usopp was right, he was a bad guy. And he was the only one telling the truth. If only we listened to Usopp, everything would be okay. Usopp is the only one with a heart of gold. And yes, he used to lie, but he was telling the truth and we didn't listen. It's like really fucking goofy. But I'm enjoying it. Thanks for the 20 real blue. God damn. Thanks for the long time of watching, man. Thanks to the resub Oprah, Daddy Sauce King, Touchdown, Random Philosopher, and Big Drewski. And the Prime Swish, Cryptos, and the Tier 1 Carbon Dioxide, Tier 1 Aaron Stone, Tier 1 Ya Boy Yahweh, and the Tier 1 Steamy Weed Man. Yeah, we can do some Darman tonight. Sure, fuck it. Did I hear the Mark Rober controversy? Don't you tell me that there's something going on with Mark Rober. That man is a saint. Thanks to the resub Reaper, Snowy, Commander Son, Megadesu, and the 2 gift subs Calypso. The Prime Panda and resub Semi Chub, Dante Lemonade, and Brian. And Waifu69 and the Bit Serotonin. And resub Donzi. Perhaps some lost tapes tonight. Thanks for the 5 gift subs, Ash Tree. Sorry, I just saw that. Thank you, Ash. And thanks for the gift sub, Mimi. Of course, I've already seen the Rat movie by Germa. And thanks for the bits, Asuke. And the gift sub, Badman. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can control with that Glarble. Just gotta put it everywhere you can think of and hope it catches on. Happy birthday, Moby Huge. And I'm really sorry to hear about that. I don't know if that's a meme or something, but if you're telling the truth, man, I'm sorry to hear about that and wishing you the best. To everyone that was sweet to Drum Bum today, that was, oh my god, that was so wholesome. Drum Bum's been really wanting to be a part of SOAR, and thanks to all of you guys today after the raid sticking around and being supportive, he actually got in contact with SOAR. So I'm really hoping the best for him. That was so incredibly wholesome. Big thank you to everyone in the chat for showing so much love to him. It always means a lot when I raid someone and then you guys as a community are just really supportive of them. It's wonderful. Thanks to the Prime Dinger and the gift sub Zerabax, Jack, and the Prime Chaos, Spicy Mayo, and the Tier 1 Kingbird, Tier 1 Spooked, Tier 1 Krispy Kreme, and Tier 1 Tony Fights. Yeah, we can check out the new Disrupt video as well. Thanks to the resub Norma and Sad White Guy, and the bits Not Umbrella, Shibe, and Danny. Yeah, someone recommended that a while ago, Danny. Isn't that like the spiritual successor to X-Arm, which I still need to watch? Thanks to the resub Saggy Nuts and the Tier 1 Cybertonic. And the bits Someone. Hey Godzilla, good to see you, man. Thanks for the resub. I'm gonna look up this Mark Rober thing before we get started, actually. Because now you've really piqued my curiosity. Where would I find it? Because I don't see anything in, like, the news or any of that. Bingus? Yeah, fuck yeah. Bingus token to the moon, baby. Thanks to the Tier 1 Hition, and the Tier 1 French Fries, and Tier 1 Eat the Rich. And the give sub Ashtree and resub JJ. And thank you for the... Oh, Jesus. Himiko, goddamn, man. Thank you for the 5k bits. Glad you like Deep Dive. We plan on amping it up, of course. We want to get the production on that going pretty wild. We had a lot of fun doing the deep dive. Thanks to the 2 gift subs, Weiler and resub Yonk and Jesus. So the Mark Rober thing's on Twitter. Let's see. I fucking love Mark Rober. And if it's exclusive to Twitter, that immediately casts doubt in my mind as to the authenticity. Is it this? I'm sure a lot of people have seen this video by Mark Rober. On the surface, he seems to have good intention. Unfortunately, the video is filled with so many harmful ableism stereotypes that need to be addressed. Trigger warning, abuse and sexual assault? What? Thanks to Tier 1 Sarabeth and the resub Krill and Owen and the Prime Cards and the resub Meme Broker. Thanks to Dollar Joe and Tanner. No, I just got out of the shower. Sorry, I'm just reading this thing. So is this the controversy you were talking about? So it seems like the controversy is people didn't like the way he said things. So one of the things he brings up is one of the people in the video he made about autism was sexually assaulted in 2019, but I feel like what he fails to realize is Mark made that video years ago. So he probably didn't know that and probably just didn't have that information at the time to mention that. So that's, I don't really see how that falls on Mark. And then he picks apart another thing where he's at 319, Mark says people with autism, otherwise known as person first language. Studies have found that using person first language over identity first language is actually harmful to autistic people. You really can't attack Mark for not knowing all of these things, though. I don't understand. Like, he did an objectively great thing with the video and what he wants to do with it. I don't know how you can insult the fuck out of him for it. It's a 25 tweet long dissection of everything that he didn't like about Mark's video. Thanks to the Tier 1 Mercs and the Tier 1 T-Man and the resub Renaki and the 5 gift subs Phantom. And the gift sub Aftershots and Prime D-Money. And resub Banks. Hey Trey, what the fuck's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Owen and Gregory and the Tier 1 Banana Bell. Yeah, this is really upsetting even to read. Imagine getting that mad at someone for just trying to help. And then oh my god, the fucking replies. I need to turn off Twitter. Jesus Christ. Thanks to the resub Shy, and the gift sub Carmen and Tier 1 Owl. And the resub Moistman, Izzy Jane, King Nugget, and Burke Bork. And then the gift sub Tony. That's super sweet, Camino. Glad you liked glad you liked the deep dive. Oh, there's more than just that. Mark Rober's controversy is about him doing a charity event for an organization that aims to cure autism, and they take offense to the cure part. Jesus Christ. There's always something very weird about that to me. That's also very big in the deaf community. When people in the deaf community get like hearing implants that allows them to hear for the first time, they hate them. A lot of people in the deaf community feel like if people from their community get the ability to hear, that they have spit in their face and are no longer worthy of associating with them or being friends. I think that's very weird. I don't understand how you can get mad at this guy for just really wanting to help an organization that he thought was doing something good, especially for a cause that's so close to him personally. It's a really upsetting one. Twitter's wild. Twitter's fucking wild. Holy shit. Yeah, maybe Avery. Thanks a long time of watching, Thanks to Tier 1 Beat, the resub Crombus. Alright, what should we start with? I don't want to go right into the slapping. I'll save that for like the middle of the stream. There's a Tier 1 Hydra and the Bits Robinator. No. We saved the staples like Darman slapping and all of that and Melody Sheep for like middle of the stream-ish. I like to warm up, let chat like show us some new shit. Like the horrible plumber. Stuff like that. Thanks for the gift sub Bravo. The resub Orange. We already finished To Catch a Predator. Well, and caught up on it. Haven't even heard of that one, Aaron. Thanks to the resub CIA man. Lego Masters Australia. Haven't we watched that? This is the one where they made like a giant ship and a Gundam. Anthony and Jess Samurai Dojo gets smashed. This? Okay, well, that was wild. Thanks for the 5 gift subs, Keo. Goddamn, thank you for the generosity. Thanks for the Prime Succulent and resub Nos 1am. Has Beat Saber been getting updates? That game was great, but I haven't played it in a long time. Barreled Sociable. Oh, Barely Sociable? We see tier 1 Skooksunu and the resub Gosuku. Have we seen this? The bizarre disappearance of a Canadian CEO. I don't think we've seen this channel. What's the best one on here? Thanks to 2 gift subs, Kelter. And the gift sub Cinnamon Bun. And not for a little while, Phantom. I'm taking a break from the card openings. Silk Road and Canadian CEO are good. I feel like I've at least seen parts of this. This sounds so familiar. It's the gift sub Nestor. The bits all's the sorrow. Is there some Twisted Flames in the gifts and the bits, Miss Peb? Well, thanks for the resub then. It didn't pop up for me. Thank you. Exploring a Reddit cult. Okay, so it's divided between Silk Road, Reddit cult, and Canadian CEO. What do we want? I'll just take like a gauge of the chat. I'm not going to do a poll. Damn, this is like pretty fucking even. I think I see more for cult. Silk had an early head start, but it looks like cult won. We'll do cult, and it's shorter anyway, so this will be a good taste of the channel anyway.
It goes without saying,
Thanks to the Prime
cults are
Smooth.
infamous for a very good reason. They are known to indoctrinate people, manipulate them,
Mm-hmm.
and use them as a collective for the goals of an individual cult leader or a harmful belief system. In many cases, they target individuals that are very
Thanks to the 5 gift subs,
vulnerable,
Gaming
because they're
Legacy.
generally more
Resub
likely to look
Nuke and
for
Ghostly.
leadership. Desperate people tend to look for desperate answers and tend to not use their better judgment. Take, for instance, the story of the miracle mineral supplement that claimed to cure just about anything.
Hey,
from
I remember
Alzheimer's to
that.
Autism. And as it would turn out, not only did it not cure any disease, did not help any disease, but also contained bleach. Cults thrive when followers of an individual collective prescribe themselves to blind misinformation.
Oh, here, hold on.
With all
Sorry.
of that being said, today we're going to dive back into retracing the digital footsteps of one such cult. This is the story of the now defunct Reddit cult of Cantalmoism.
I've been on Reddit since day one, going from Dig to Reddit, and I've never heard of
My encounter with this bizarre
Cantalmoism.
topic first started
the
when I was looking
fuck?
for more internet mysteries to do videos on, and I was on another popular subreddit called the Reddit Bureau of Investigation, and I found a post that read the following:
Exit
super
Prime,
unusual
Soul.
subreddit where every
Give
post
sub
is
Roberto.
gilded an absurd amount of times. Here is ISS Gold, the subreddit in question. I'm pretty positive they're all bots, but why circle jerk thousands of dollars into gilding onto these posts for no reason at all? There has to be
So
some
they're a
reason
Reddit
why.
gold
At the time
cult?
I had first checked out this
That's
subreddit,
cute.
it was still up, but as of now has been made private. In a nutshell, there were
Exit
countless
Tier
posts
1
in this
Elite.
tiny subreddit that contained a vast amount of Reddit gold and silver. At first, it appeared like some sort of test subreddit, something very similar to the YouTube channel WebDriver Torso. While I couldn't
Exit
find
Tier
any
sub
proof this was a test
Crabio and
subreddit,
Yeet
what I did
Yang.
find out from a
Soulless.
comment was what led me to this topic. A user had commented that this could have a possible connection to r/Cantalmoism, which dropped me right into one of the most interesting
I
stories
like the name.
I've ever come across on Reddit. Trying to access
Sounds like some old Middle Earth shit.
r/Cantalmoism, you'll notice that the entire community has been banned. What's interesting here is that Reddit actually took notice of this community and banned it altogether. Keep in mind there's an r/Scientology subreddit that is wide open. So what was so bad about this one that Reddit had to take action? I will note the reason for this subreddit being banned is listed as for being unmoderated, but I highly doubt that, as you'll soon learn more details. If you trace this entire situation back, this all starts with a Reddit user by the name of Cr1tikal, whose real name is Chris Cantelmo, who became notorious on Reddit for giving away upwards of $70,000 in Reddit badges, which was calculated by his own mods on his own subreddit. If you look into this guy's background, you'll learn that he owns a medical company called GL Sciences, as well as a few other companies in the past.
Very successful Redditor.
A bit of money. Just to make sure,
he must use r/finance.
Badges, they're used as gifts from one Reddit user to another and are displayed on posts. They are usually given out as a good job award for being particularly funny or helpful. Reddit Silver is the cheapest Reddit badge you can put on a post. The next tier is Reddit Gold, which gives you 1 week of Reddit Premium. Lastly, there is Reddit Platinum, which provides 1 month of Reddit Premium. If you're unfamiliar with Reddit Premium, essentially it is just a membership that unlocks a variety of features with Reddit, including the option to turn off ads. Moving back to Cr1tikal, he became well known, as I said, for randomly gilding posts on the r/teenagers and r/dankmemes subreddit. Keep in mind, this guy clearly targeted a younger demographic by going for those subreddits. For example, in this individual post, it would cost about $350, which features 69 platinum badges. And
he's an epic memer, big man.
User who posted this. This was
imagine fucking CEO being a memer.
He would basically be handing out money every single
day. Okay, that's
day.
Elon Musk. Actually, never mind.
This was even so common that they created an entire subreddit called Children of Chris, dedicated to people who were gifted gold by him. At first glance, this seems entirely harmless. This guy was being generous with a lot of money and was reported to be spending thousands of dollars a day on gilded Reddit posts. As you can imagine, many people didn't have a problem with getting free Reddit Premium memberships, and it got to a point where people would just pass this guy's name around and say, "Message Chris, he'll send you gold." As I said, at first it seemed
surprised I've never heard of this.
It seemed like this guy simply had a bunch of money to go around and was willing to pull stunts for the sake of entertainment. But as time would go on, he would reveal the actual motive behind these gilding sprees. As a result of this guy gilding almost any post that was in his way, many people were curious about the man behind the gildings. A lot of people looked up to him because he was very generous. However, in an interview done by Insider Meme Trading after he gained some attention,
Insider Meme Trading,
the mass gilding sprees, to which he responds saying he wanted to get the message
actually cool name, not gonna lie.
DMT cured cancer. In case you're unfamiliar, DMT is an incredibly powerful hallucinogen. DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, has been studied in the field of cancer. However, there is no consistent peer-reviewed evidence that would suggest this in any way. And let's be real here. If a cure for cancer was found, do you think a guy would have to do a publicity stunt on
do they also use that for joint pain?
Dollars to get the word out? In the months to come.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. Sorry to pause, but I need to look that up. DMT, they also use that for joint pain, don't they? Let me see. No, this isn't what I was thinking of. I remember a couple years back, I knew a guy that was peddling hard for some, like, really pseudoscience-y liquid jar-ish shit. Like, it looked like what the xenomorphs were born out of. And it was dimethyl something. I remember that, which is why it started to, like, fucking Winter Soldier me there for a minute. And he was like, this'll work, this'll cure your joint pain, inflammation, might make you taller, it's gonna make your beard more full. DXM? Maybe. Thanks for the hey, Socks. Good to see you, man. Thanks for the 5 gift subs, Socks and Lich. Jesus. Thank you for the generosity tonight. Goddamn.
He still found some notoriety and started
sounds
to
like HGH
as a result of his generosity.
No.
Something I want to note here, many of these followers were not in it for the sake of his teachings. However, they were a byproduct of being around him. Nonetheless, a portion of people stuck around and did listen to what this guy had to say. And there are former believers of Cantelmoism. And as time went on, and through the help of Cantelmoism Exposed, a subreddit we will get to, many people started to outline the potential symptoms of a forming cult. As I said earlier, looking back on this situation is
I highly doubt it's like a real cult.
All the original threads surrounding
probably just an updudes to the left. Thanks for the gold, stranger.
Deleted. Not to mention, Cr1tikal himself was also banned from Reddit. In fact, Chris has been banned more than once. People collectively created a comprehensive list of alternate accounts that Chris was creating, and most
Thanks
of
the
them are
Prime
banned.
Jack.
What
Jock.
remains is a
Resub
subreddit
Keybon.
called Cantalmoism Exposed, in which we get a full understanding of the situation. The sidebar of this individual subreddit
Thanks the
reads
Prime
the
Game Boy.
following. Cantalmoism is a cult of personalities centered around Chris Cantalmo, who came to prominence on Reddit through his mass gilding sprees. The cult espouses a form of psychedelic New Age pseudoscience, ranging from innocuous beliefs to dangerous self-harm.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
targeted members of r/teenagers for recruitment. We are here to aggregate information about Cantalmoism and help people make informed decisions to avoid further recruitment. Among the pinned threads in the subreddit, we find one called Outline of Initial Concerns with Cantalmoism. Here we learn quite a bit about this whole fiasco. The thread reads the following. I'm interested in whether or not any true cults have ever emerged on Reddit. I've been following Chris CGC and his sub Cantalmoism. I started out participating for the awards. I had 5 years of premium after a few days of participation, but once I had more than enough gold, I continued to participate out of interest for what is the strangest, most cult-like sub I've ever seen. Today, it is starting to get more renewed interest by the Reddit community. As a leader, Chris CGC has been suspended by Reddit for 3 days, and it was mentioned in a popular and just deleted Ask Reddit thread described as a really weird cult-like subreddit run by a guy who gilds literally all the posters. He talks about how he has terminal brain cancer and that he's cured it with DMT, and believes DMT can cure literally everything, and the users seem to agree for some reason. My personal take is that he's a schizophrenic, but I have no proof.
Or just a scam artist, what do you mean?
Here's a few ways in which it seems like a cult. Mind-altering practices such as meditation, chanting, speaking in tongues, denunciation sessions, and debilitating work routines are used in excess. Perhaps the main tenet of the whole cult is that DMT is a perfect and godly substance with no bad effects that everybody should be using, and that it cures cancer and AIDS.
Wow!
In fact, he has gone as far as saying that radiation and chemotherapy are torture and make patients worse, not better, which is extremely dangerous advice to people who have cancer. He has also urged his followers
did Chris
to
talk to Steve Jobs or something?
Every day,
is he responsible for that?
Tricked into fearing the sun to make us dumber. The leadership induces feelings of shame and or guilt in order to influence and or control members. Often this is done through peer pressure and subtle forms of persuasion. This is a textbook and egregious example, especially when it turned out that the user YanZZ didn't actually do anything wrong and the cult members refused to accept it. The group is elitist, claiming a special, exalted status for itself. Its leaders and members, for example, the leader is considered the Messiah, a special being, an avatar.
No fucking way. All because he was gifting Reddit gold? That's like just spitting in your face and then wiping it off. Reddit gold is useless.
The leader, Chris CGC,
truly useless.
Is constantly referred to as God. He believes that he has special knowledge.
Hold on, I need to look at it. What does Reddit gold do? Doesn't it just grant you access to the Reddit gold lounge? Like, who cares? So you hang out with some pretentious douchebags? Like, does it do anything else? Let's see. What is Reddit gold? Rewarded the post. What can you do with it? Here we go. So you get a week of Reddit Premium and 100 coins you can use to give someone silver. Is there ads on Reddit? I can't say I've perused the internet without an ad block in years. Is that like a big draw? Like you don't get ads? For a week? Oh, okay. It seems like an awfully large thing to say that the guy who gives you Reddit gold is the Messiah. Jesus. Thanks to the Prime Poison. Thanks to the Resubble Kami.
Of the spirit world and wants to use the knowledge for the express goal of world peace. The group is also preoccupied with bringing in new members. Monetary rewards are gifted with participating in the sub. The group is preoccupied with money. He spends thousands of dollars a day gilding members with Reddit money and he also is increasingly paying members real money
Oh.
and offering to pay for their plane rides to
That's a
visit
great
him.
deal. Wait, he's just
In
giving
total,
away money?
He spent over $100,000 recruiting followers with a main focus on
Yeah, just fucking pretend to call him the Messiah. Who cares? Free cash from a weirdo.
Outrageous things he has said, but I think that thankfully most of these are not taken completely seriously by his followers. His most devoted followers definitely still believe him, though.
AC
It
Tier 1
seems like
just did
Reddit is
stuff
starting to
with
catch
Prime.
on and get worried, as
No
his
7
account was
and
just
Resub Otis.
suspended for 3 days for telling people to call me or visit me to experience DMT as anti-cancer treatment. He encourages schizophrenia and believes that it's caused by excess DMT and that hallucinations are completely real. As the poster of this thread starts to update it, he goes into one of the podcast episodes that have now been deleted. Edit 3. I just listened to Chris' most recent podcast episode, and I can finally understand what people see in him as a leader and why his followers seem to love him. I'm almost convinced that he's an amazing but insane human being. Either that makes him less threatening because he's not the type of person to start a dangerous cult, or more threatening because he is the type of person that could convince enough people to pull it off. The first half is just a normal conversation, which establishes trust in him before he transitioned to the crazier second half. We learn how Chris befriends the homeless and lets them come into his house whenever they want to.
That's kind of nice, though.
He wishes he had enough space to let thousands of them sleep in his backyard.
What?
He does have over an acre.
Maybe this guy is the Messiah.
Enough to start a commune/cult on a smaller scale. Then, in the second half, he starts talking about DMT, albeit in a far less insane
that monkey in the Prime King Joe.
He then makes some apocalyptic prophecies that he previously talked about on Reddit. He talks about things such as a recession worse than the Great Depression being imminent and World War III between US, Iran, and Israel being imminent as well. However, he does say that those two things will actually be good for everyone except the rich. Next, he tells us what his ideal society looks like. He wants something beyond communism, where money is made illegal. It's not too big of a stretch to say that he might consider implementing such a society on a smaller scale.
Money
if
is
he gains
illegal.
Enough devoted followers. Lastly, he talks about suicide. At first, he said he thinks the people who commit suicide go to a better place.
Oh, wow.
And are better off.
Holy shit.
This is obviously a very scary idea when you look at how common mass suicide is in cults. He seems to be aware of this as he quickly changes his tune to say that he really thinks that people who commit suicide have to start their life all over again, which would be boring. Overall, there are some Jonestown vibes, but mostly he just seems like an extremely moral, charitable, and crazy person. His followers fall in love with him for his morality and charity,
pop up for me, Kaiser.
missing
Well,
out
thank you
on the
then if you
crazy
did, man.
side, and that's where I think the danger lies. Alright, now, as I said previously, many of the links are dead. However, going over to his website, we can in fact see many of the claims and the beliefs held by this guy, and they still stand in the discovery section of the website. While it might be insane to think that many people even remotely entertain this guy, he made examples out of a few of his devoted followers.
Jonestown is one of the most wild stories,
in some cases up to $15,000.
Whoa.
As a result, many people sucked up to him in hopes of financial gain. But at the time, Reddit turned a blind eye as they were getting paid through the nose by this guy. I personally believe, as well as many other people, that most of his so-called followers were just in it for the sake of money.
Crazy in the
And when there stopped being handouts on a daily basis, almost all of his followers started to turn on him for not providing evidence of his claims. At first, some people were willing to be patient since Chris had never provided any proof towards his claims regarding DMT. He came from a scientific background and would constantly post about his upcoming research being published. However, that obviously
Wait, is this Chris? This guy doesn't look like a dank memer at all. Looks like Tom Hanks in character. I thought it was going to be a young guy. Cult leader my ass. Grandpa,
at another point in time, one of Cantalmoism's main
give me
followers
back that
got a
Reddit
restraining order
gold
from Chris, which led to him getting doxxed. This led to death threats for leaving the group, and ultimately this situation was starting to spiral. Later on, death threats would flood into basically anyone critiquing the group. However, many people noticed that in many cases, it was just Chris on an alternate account. In an effort to keep some of his followers on the hook without any financial incentives, Chris became desperate and would make alt accounts pretending to be news outlets, stating that they were working on a story about his research. However, obviously people saw right through this. Up to this point, even the most devoted followers started to not be able to turn a blind eye towards his childish behavior. In many situations, he resorted to name-calling, like a 5-year-old, and in other cases, he even told a person with cancer that he was an idiot. As a result, his own subreddit turned against him. It read the following: "This is a place for a very mentally ill man named Chris Cantalmo to post his craziness. Please get this man help and don't support him. He has no money left, no family left, and nothing good in his life."
Damn, Chris, fucking blasted
So
on
that
your
moves us
own
closer
dank
to the
meme.
day where around a month ago, this Reddit community as a whole has been banned. I can only imagine because Reddit wasn't getting paid off nearly as much. While Chris still remains online on his other platforms, he's still trying to recruit members in person, but his digital footprint still remains.
I want to check out
Even
that
his
channel.
own Discord turned against him, and one of his top followers has now taken over. From an outsider like myself, looking at this entire situation, in my opinion, I definitely see how this seems quite premeditated. I can see the angle a lot of people have mentioned regarding this guy being mentally ill as well. However, it seems like from the very beginning, this was calculated towards creating a cult. This guy comes from an educated background. He graduated from Yale. He set up a website. He targeted impressionable people, and he used one little sliver of attention and was vindictive towards anyone who didn't agree with his beliefs. Thankfully, however, the situation.
Hey, thanks for the 10 new subs again, Cyaxis. Good to see you tonight.
Something else I should note is that I also believe to a certain extent Chris has been experiencing a degree of psychosis. I don't believe this guy to be mentally stable due to the constant drug use. Here we had a guy with a great livelihood and a good life, and he was well off. Then, seemingly out of nowhere in the later years of his life, after being an atheist for 56 years, he becomes ultra-spiritual as a result of taking DMT. And
he just wanted to start a cult, man. He just did it the wrong way.
As a god, and all of his teachings
he should have started playing Minecraft.
And psychosis. That being said, I don't think talking shit directly to this guy helps whatsoever. As a result, anyone watching this video, don't go harass this guy. His brain obviously processes information differently, and even though what he attempted to do was terrible, it won't stop him from continuing
really appreciate it,
doing what he's
Cyaxis. Thank you for the generosity.
This guy needs professional help. Instead, this video stands as something much more effective in the situation than directly talking shit to him. At this point, if anyone comes across this rabbit hole or topic on the internet, they have a reference point to which they can understand how this group came to being and avoid it. With that being said, I thank you for joining me here today as we looked at
that was actually kind of interesting.
I've ever seen on Reddit. This is Barely Sociable. Have a great night.
Is that true? Only one guy said this, but now I have to know. Did Chris Cantelmo actually kill himself because this video? I'm gonna look it up. I feel like I'm being lied to, but that would be horrible. Let's see. Oh my God. Wait, that's real. That's fucking awful. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that guy wasn't lying. Wow. Well, that was a ride. Holy shit. Thanks for the big tier 2, Lazarus. And the resub KGC and the 5 gift subs, Badman. Thank you, Badman. Can you watch Jimmy Fallon play Among Us? What? Fuck. No, maybe. I do love Mr. Fallon. You don't have to donate to suggest videos, please. Don't. In fact, please don't donate to suggest videos. Just put it in the chat. It is much easier that way. Oh, whoops. Thanks for the gift sub, Game Boy. Nah, Silk Road's over an hour. This was a good introduction to the channel, though. I'm definitely interested to watch more. We don't need to blow our whole load, though, on the channel. We can always watch at another time. Digiball 2001. This. What?
Fox Kids with your host, Terry Bradshaw.
All right.
Why
back,
Terry Bradshaw?
Back, you're back. Last year's champs, they're not back. But that's okay.
What the fuck is this?
Team, and they're for real. Reporting from the sidelines this year, we have Digi-destined Kari and Digimon tamer Henry. Now, let's check.
God, has Terry Bradshaw always been old as fuck?
Game.
This is 2002.
Hey, Terry. Digibowl 2002 picks the second season of Digimon.
What is
against
this?
The third season in a game of digital football.
Thanks to the resub.
The second season
Krunzix
return
and
as
Trey.
the Yellow Mash, and the third season are called the Red Marauders.
Let's go, Terry!
Thanks,
Digibowl!
Kari. Nice to have you back. Now, let's go to the new guy, Henry, to get the lowdown on the scoring. You always got to have scoring, but more importantly, Henry's going to give us a lowdown
Friendship.
on the rules. Henry.
Oh.
Terry, each team will score 1 point for a direct hit.
What the fuck?
The misses don't count. A team can also score 6
I'm in.
points for saving the world, or lose 4 wimp-out points for fighting or
Hey, Teresa
crying.
Boston.
Ooh, crying. We don't crying. Nobody cries. We don't cry. Fight, maybe every now and then. Anyway, not bad, Henry. All right, folks.
What is that, Nancy?
The Yellow
Hold on.
Mash are taking the field for the first
Hey, Rip.
episode of the first quarter. And I think it's going to take some strong teamwork from Vemon and Davis if the Yellow Mash won't
So how does
get
this
all
work?
important early lead. Join
Did
me
they animate a
right
football
after each
game?
episode for scores and analysis. Digibowl 2002 is starting right now.
Woo!
Back to Digibowl 2002.
Hey, oh, goddamn. Thank you for the 5 tier 2 gift subs, Sir Lou.
Terry Bradshaw.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Holy cow! What in the heck is going on here, people? We have Digi-destined. Well, they're
Terry, I
fighting
don't
each
fucking
other.
know. Nothing's
Digimon,
happened.
They're not fighting at all. Henry, what's the deal?
Terry, the Yellow Mash are totally out of sync. Davis and TK cost them 4 early wimp-out points for infighting.
What is
Having
this?
the battle Metal Greymon really threw them off their game plan. If Davis and Vemon didn't bond, which helped open the Digi-Egg of friendship, they would have been hurting.
Yeah, well, all right. Hey, thanks, Henry. Well, let's
That's probably the crowning achievement in everything Terry Bradshaw's done. Fuck the Hall of Fame. Fuck being like a staple on ESPN. The Digibowl is where he peaked. Well, that was weird, but thank God for the Digi-Egg of friendship, I suppose. So what is this? Aiden Ross started drama with Ludwig over what he said about him on his Map of the Twitch Universe video. I don't know what any of that means. I know Ludwig's video, but what is that other shit? Hey James, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. And thanks to the resub bacon. And thanks for the tier 1 soul. So what is the drama then? If I type it in, will it come up? Aiden Ross. This is 23 minutes old. You are giving me literal hot drama right now. This came straight from the press. Right off of the line here. Alright, I'm in. What the fuck is going on? Let's get a short breakdown.
Content thing we've been doing, where we take a look at the Twitch Atlas, a map developed by...
Bro,
What's wrong
we'll
with
finally,
that?
if you guys want, I know you guys will. That's the thing. We are literally the most strong army, I think, bro. Like, I'm for real. We have the best chat on Twitch. I don't give a fuck. It's just the most
I won't
toxic in
argue
the
with
world,
that.
bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I just know you guys.
K Gersh on Resistant. 1 sub count. That is true. Oh,
You got the sub count, bro, and you know, I'm gonna talk about that. But it's like,
Thanks for
it's
tier
like
1
this,
Donnie and the
bro.
resub Electro, resub Corey.
he did a whole subathon. How long did he do it for? And how many? I'm not even talking shit, bro. I can't hate your #1 subs on Switch.
Why would you hate? He hasn't
bro.
done anything wrong. He hasn't done
Patrick's
anything.
with a 5 gifted. He did it for a month. Good for him, though. That's good for him. He made a couple mil, whatever he made from it. That's awesome, bro. That's really awesome. I'm not gonna say who, but someone had hit me like, "Yo, bro, you gotta do a subathon, and you're gonna pass up Ludwig." I think I could break it.
So what is the? I don't understand what's
But my
going
thing
on.
is, it's just like, that's why I might come out and just do this fucking subathon chat, just to flex.
Run it, baby.
And
Kick it.
actually chat, like, real shit, I would actually give away like a 25% of that money to a charity. Probably the LGBTQ community. Like,
Interesting,
shit,
because
I
that's
would just
exactly
do,
what Ludwig
25%
did.
Donation giveaway to them. I'm I'm thinking about that. I talked to a couple people about
What a unique idea!
And you know, I would also give away some. I would split it between that community and Black Lives Matter. And maybe you know what I mean. I would distribute the money in amongst other communities.
That is what Ludwig did.
Other charities, cancer.
What is the drama? I don't understand.
Whatever. Talk my shit and do a month stream for you guys, bro. I might have to. I really might have to, bro. I really might have to. But if XQC comes out and does a subathon, he will have the throne.
No, he won't beat you, Aiden. You'll beat him.
It's that simple. Okay, all you guys spamming L's about whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. The point he's spamming, only respect. Yeah, he did.
1,000. Whack.
Oh, wait, Celery hit me with the clip on Discord, I think.
What is going on? What is going on? This isn't even drama.
Right, let's see.
Get a little bit further away. You get to Fortnite, which I think is as normie as it gets. I think the king of normie content is Aiden Ross.
Ooh!
Time I've tuned in is awkward flirting with a girl that.
All right, again, you guys already know me and Pammy are fairly new. All right, and she's not used to being in front of many people. And I've actually never liked somebody that much to have her on my stream, so that's fair. What he's saying is true. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Hold on.
This is spicy. This is getting nuts.
Everybody in the chat is spamming cringe, L, or W2, and that's about it. But I think Aiden Ross has replaced, like, the Rice Gums of the world.
Ooh, this is... Oh, Ludwig. Jesus, you're spreading his cheeks. Why?
But I don't know. To me, that's just... I don't know. The way he said it, bro, is weird. But look, what he said is
So then how's this beef?
W flights. Yeah, flight. Yeah, facts. Look, I know all you guys spamming dots and shit. But look, listen, for real, listen.
How does this go on for more?
I don't know, bro. I'll give him what he said about the chat. We have our moments. But I feel like that's just an attack to the community. I don't know. But again, I'm not going to show any disrespect. But it's just like, I don't know.
Well, this isn't even drama. You overhyped the shit out of that. I thought there was going to be some, like, fresh, fucking, hot-ass drama. And it's not. It's an actual nothing burger. Damn. Thought we were on the cutting edge. Actually, tier 1 fart-ass. Cool name. Thanks to Prime Rico. Resub JW. It has to develop still? There's only like a minute left. What did I miss?
Alright, hold up. Go on YouTube and watch the rest of it. He kind of spoke more disrespectful shit.
Oh, there's an act too.
Like, what do you, you're overreacting? Well, I don't know, bro.
Not, bro.
The way that TikTok was putting shit, I don't know, bro. He streamed for a month straight. He broke the Twitch record. I think I could break that record.
Do it.
And
run it, baby.
Now, XQC would definitely be on top.
No.
That's the guy right there. If XQC does this shit.
Okay, so you lied to me to get me to go back in. Nothing fucking happened in that. Literal nothing. What a waste of time. He's tier 1 hardened. That wasn't even drama. Thanks, Owl. I don't know, man. I guess don't eat that shit. Yeah, it didn't sound... There was nothing bad about that. Just a little uncomfortable. It seemed like... nothing. It seemed like nothing. I thought this was gonna be some hot-ass drama, and it wasn't. Fearsome trash rat? What's this? This is your channel, 100%. Nice. The Dolphin House. Oh, it's Atrocity Guide. I love its Atrocity Guide. Give me a breakdown of this. This is 45 minutes. Before I hop in here, tell me, what is this about? We watch this? I can tell you I'd never heard the name John C. Lilly. Thanks to the resub newbie. Woman jerks off dolphins. What website do you think you're on, bro? You think I can actually watch a fucking... What is this, a cult of dolphin masturbators or something? It doesn't show it. I'm still not risking it. Thanks to the resub, Zane. Thanks to the resub, King Oblivion. Please don't donate to suggest a video. Just put it in the chat. It's so much easier that way. 10-year hunt for McDonald's DS game. Sounds kind of underwhelming, but let me check it out. This is a 50-minute video on someone's hunt for a McDonald's game. Is this good? Like, is it actually good? It's fun. It's not like the other one where it just ended up being like a garbage-ass VHS tape thing. Okay, I'll trust you. Let's fucking run it.
Move on to Japan, because what happens if you put the world's best-selling handheld game machine in the world's biggest burger chain?
Black DSIs donning the McDonald's M came with unique DS cartridges containing training software.
And Mike, how exactly are they teaching the McD's members with the, was it the
No, I haven't seen that
or
yet.
something like that?
The DS.
Perhaps someone out there watching this video knows more than we do. But for now, the McDonald's training game is a mystery.
Until now, let's find that shit. Run it.
今年8月、金沢市内のマクドナルドでソーセージエッグマフィンを食べた男性から異物が入って。
In the year 2010, McDonald's Japan announced something shocking.
Already
In
watched
March
the
of
rat
that
movie.
year, the company revealed a brand new program to train part-time McDonald's employees, a partnership to create an exclusive piece of software for the Nintendo DS.
Fuck yeah.
This unassuming little cartridge would then go on to become one of the rarest Nintendo DS games of all time. Today, I'll be telling you the story of this legendary game and how, in June of 2020, one of the last known copies disappeared into the hands of an anonymous collector forever.
That's kind of cool, right? If it sold for like millions of dollars.
Was a big deal for McDonald's Japan. The company claimed that this cartridge would allow them to train new employees in half the time it would usually take. It was a huge investment for the company too. This whole endeavor of manufacturing and distributing these carts was costing them roughly 200 million yen, or $2 million, and that's not even counting the cost of developing the software itself. And while the title of the game isn't particularly exciting, the official name is MoistCr1tikal Development Program, the contents of this cartridge are fascinating. From what little we know, the game was surprisingly robust, with just a ton of personality, lots of custom sprite work, and even some rudimentary 3D.
Looks like shit. It's like Papa's Burgeria. Thanks to Resub Delsic.
This game shows trainees how to assemble a quarter pounder with cheese. You can also learn how to cook fries and clean your workstation.
So is there going to be like an esports league for this game or something?
For the past decade, this game has been completely lost to time.
For
about 10 years now, this unassuming little blue cartridge has been the holy grail for many Nintendo collectors. While nobody knows precisely how many copies were manufactured, estimates range from a few hundred to a few thousand. One thing is for sure, this game—
There is a speedrunning community for this game?
—is highly sought after.
That's pretty cool.
Now, this tactic of taking something that appeals to the young people of Japan and deploying it as a recruitment tactic is something McDonald's Japan has done many times before. Among the most memorable examples would be this anime-style Join the McDonald's Crew campaign from a few years back, featuring members of popular idol group AKB48.
Hey, fuck yeah!
It's so rare, in fact, that it even spawned conspiracy
Going for the
theories
weebs.
that it never existed in the first place. I've come across YouTube comments before claiming that this game is a total hoax and it's just people mixing up
They made it work at McDonald's anime? That's awesome.
And transposing a memory onto McDonald's. And of course, the existence of that Bloomberg news report I showed you at the beginning kind of contradicts the whole "this game is a hoax" theory. But strangely, that Bloomberg news report has remained the closest look we've ever gotten at gameplay for 10 years now.
And Bloomberg's Mike Fern went to McDonald's training center in the heart of Tokyo.
And that game is a little bit trickier than it looks, actually. If you don't get everything exactly right, it won't let you shake your fries. Japan, the only country where McDonald's uses the DS to train staff.
Somehow, in the time since that Bloomberg reporter paid a visit to McDonald's Japan HQ, we have never really gotten a close look at the game, and nobody has really gotten their hands on the cartridge, or at least everybody who has gotten their hands on the cartridge has kept it completely to themselves. Or at least that was the case until December 2018.
Yeah, let's get it.
When a user on assemblergames.com named Code1038 made the following post announcing
so they can emulate it, I bet.
Game. Hello guys,
Here's the Prime
I
Rams
found this
and
very rarest
Hio.
cartridge a year ago, and I'm still at same point. I can't reach hidden menu to see 3D Burger and play games. I've tried with famous Japanese speaker to enter in it, but unfortunately, I need a code. I've made this little video what I can do. Help needed. Now maybe you're confused, so I'll explain.
I am very confused.
Code1038 on this forum, also known as Cody Tontweet on YouTube, had actually gotten his hands on a copy of this coveted game. However, and here's the incredibly intriguing part, he had been stuck for years on the title screen because the title screen required a password.
Just guess. It's McDonald's.
Included a video
guess like
directly
pain
from
or
his copy of the game
something.
showing the issue. And sure enough, this gameplay video, the only gameplay video we have of the McDonald's training game, is only 2 minutes long because he couldn't get past the title screen. And while it's only 2 minutes long, what's in those 2 minutes is unbelievably intriguing. First off, there's this.
How is it unbelievably intriguing? It's just a dog shit game. Oh, never mind. I take it back. This looks kind of fucking awesome. Thanks to the 2 gift subs.
And then there's my personal favorite part, the incredible main menu music, which, if you listen closely, you'll note is a reorchestrated chiptune interpretation of the classic McDonald's ba-da-ba-ba-ba jingle. Just listen.
This actually sounds kind of fucking great, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to play now. Damn.
But tragically, this was all Cody could see. Even though he owned the cartridge, he could only watch that title screen and get to that main menu over and over, and had been stuck there, according to him, for a year. Now, this in and of itself is extremely weird. The idea of a Nintendo game cartridge with a unique password to lock out unintended players is already very unusual.
Thanks, Clanks.
But the fact that this functionality was built into what is also arguably the single rarest Nintendo DS game ever manufactured made the whole thing even more intriguing. Now, making things even trickier is the fact that Cody refused to share the contents of the cartridge.
No!
In the comments of his video, and all over the internet, people have begged him to dump the game.
Please, Cody, Jesus Christ, I need it!
In this video by the YouTuber Blame It On Jorge, you can see somebody asking Cody to please dump the ROM and him saying, smiley face, that's illegal, smiley face. Even going back to his initial forum thread, Cody said, P.S. I can't share ROM. And when another user insisted that Cody dump the cartridge, he stood firm. Quote, law is law, and I've already stuff for dumping. Sharing is still illegal by law, and I'm very strict for this point. I've bad personal experience about illegal download. I'm working with people who are very strict about information sharing. In other words, Cody would not be dumping the cartridge and distributing it online, so picking the game apart inside the software and looking for the password was not going to be an option. Now, while researching all this, I reached out to a video game conservationist and translator named Samuel Messner to ask him about this phenomenon. Why do collectors keep these one-of-a-kind games hoarded for themselves?
What? That's a dumb question.
This is an issue that is a bit hard to dodge, because whenever you've got something that's valuable, the only thing that's going to drive you to do anything that decreases that value is altruism and you know,
thanks to 20
idealism,
yen, but no,
right?
Can't do that.
And you know, personally, I'm very much an idealist, so that's what I would do. But
some
people, you know, are not very into the idea that things they have in their collection would suddenly be worth so much less.
Now, despite Cody's insistence on not sharing, the members of the now-defunct Assembler Games forum did their very best to help him out. They translated the
menus. It's not like he would get prison time. McDonald's might go after him, who knows?
Uploaded, attempted to contact
They're kind of like Nintendo of the fast food world.
And nothing. They came up completely empty-handed. Eventually, the forum shut down, and the quest hit what looked like a permanent dead end.
Oh, maybe, Taz. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, Taz. And yeah, I can check that out.
Now, for over a year, this was where this story ended. There was no real movement on Cody's hunt to get access to this game. But then, in June of 2020, just a few months ago, there was an enormous development.
Oh,
Over on
yeah,
Yahoo
let's get
Auctions
it.
Japan, a seller by the name of Nanvata0122 was selling a copy, an actual copy, of the McDonald's training game. And that would have been exciting enough on its own, but the thing that made this auction really special is that from the photos, you could tell that whoever this mysterious person is who was selling the game actually had the password. In all the photos of the game, you could see it being played. There was actual gameplay on the screen. This person had the password that Cody needed, the password for this specific cartridge, which was completely unprecedented. Now, the thing is, Nanvata0122 clearly knew what this was worth, because they listed this auction at a whopping 345,000 yen, the equivalent of about 3.5 thousand US dollars.
To be honest, if this is the only copy in the world, that's like a decent ask for it, I think.
Very rare game and the equally rare matte black McDonald's logo branded DSi included.
I thought it was gonna be
auction
like 30
was the
grand,
code
300
required
grand
to boot
even.
the game up. For the very first time in 10 years, there was finally a path forward, a way for the world to finally see what
McDonald's
secrets the
Greed
Japanese
Island,
McDonald's training
yeah.
game had, but there was an enormous 350,000 yen roadblock in the way.
Thanks to the bits, Donnie.
Cody reappeared now on a new forum called Obscure Gamers and posted, "I found a guy on Yahoo Auctions Japan who has full access to menu. I need someone to contact him and get access." But of course, that never happened. No one was able to reach out to Nanva0122.
What?
And
Why?
besides, there's no way this person would be giving up this password. And then the auction just sat there for weeks, with seemingly no one willing to fork up the cash for this very, very, very rare game.
Gamers give $3,000 to
Until
fucking
July
League of
9th
Legends
at
a
9
week.
PM Japan time.
They won't do it for
And
a
then
one-of-a-kind
anonymous person
game?
Placed a sniper bid at the last second, won the game, and then vanished.
You son of a
That was
bitch!
4 months ago now.
Why?
And ever since that auction ended, nobody has stepped forward as the owner of this game.
What a piece
in
of shit!
2020, one was put up for sale on Yahoo Japan Auctions with one of the
Thanks,
trading
Series of Awesome
cartridges
Fan
and
and
sold
Barnacle
for
Boy.
the equivalent of around $3,200.
Most
Sure,
people
yeah,
have just assumed
yeah,
that it
that's
went into
easy.
the hands of a private
Of
collector,
course.
someone who's as fascinated as
He's
you
a
and
prime
I
Egyptian.
about Nintendo history, who has no intention of ever sharing this precious gem with the outside
Well,
world.
thank you so much,
Seemingly,
Micro.
This person was
Appreciate the long
perfectly
time of
content to
watching.
just enjoy this game themselves and never let us see what the gameplay looked like. Just as quickly as it had appeared, the game had once again vanished. And so too had the world's only opportunity to actually experience the game.
But we are barely even into this.
Game.
What?
And until now, this has been where this story ends. An unsatisfying and predictable outcome that honestly paints a pretty grim picture of the state of video game preservation. But I'm here to tell you that there's more to the story. A lot more. Because, viewer, I've been keeping a secret from you.
I haven't.
See, the person who placed that bid, the person who
It's me!
won that $3,500 auction for the McDonald's DS game, the person who now
This is
owns
actually
the
really
only copy
cute.
with the
I like
password
that.
included, that person is me.
I really this guy actually treated it like a fucking anime. This is good. Alright, I like that a lot.
Alright, let's back up. 4 months ago, I received a comment on one of my videos saying you have to make a video about the lost Japanese DS game made for McDonald's employees. And while I don't normally solicit video ideas from my YouTube comments, this idea immediately hooked me. I had no idea that this cartridge existed, and the more I looked into it, the more fascinated I became by this whole thing. It wasn't long before I found myself on a forum thread where one user said, "I found an auction, but it's too darn expensive, it ends on Thursday." The thing is, when I came across this thread, it was already Thursday. Frantically, I clicked the auction link, and there I was staring down a copy of the game I had just spent an entire night researching, and there were just 30 minutes left. For that entire half hour, I was just pacing in front of my desk, trying to decide whether
This is actually really fucking cool.
I kept talking myself into it, and then talking myself out of it over and over, and then finally, I caved. With 2 minutes left on the auction, I clicked the place bid button, and saw this. Turns out the website I was using had a 300,000 yen limit on my account, and the auction was seconds away from ending.
Holy
and as
fuck,
I watched
why?
it slip away, I was pretty bummed out, but also kind of relieved that this temporary insanity that had taken over me hadn't driven me to spend a preposterous amount of money on a piece of McDonald's employee trading software from Japan.
Well, now I'm not as impressed.
With the auction over, I refreshed the page, curious to see if some other last-minute bidder had swooped in and stolen it, and lo and behold, that's when I realized that the auction had been set to automatically relist. This meant that I now had 6 whole days.
Yeah! Woo!
Now maybe you've noticed that when
McDonald's DS game, let's
bids,
go!
I'm not doing it through Yahoo Auctions Japan directly. I'm doing it through another website called Bai. That's because most sellers on Yahoo
This has so many
Japan
twists.
do not offer international shipping. And that's where Bai steps in. In essence, they allow international customers like you and me to shop directly for items on Yahoo Auctions Japan, Mercari, Rakuten, and a ton of other Japanese
I guess it's hard to explain,
retailers.
Julian.
The way Bai works is that these items you buy are then
Wait, is this
shipped
an
to
ad?
Bai's warehouse, packed together in one package, and then shipped
It's an ad!
all as one big thing to save you time, hassle, and a lot of money.
What a stealth ad!
Now, I've partnered with Bai before on videos, like for this unboxing of a ton of Japan-exclusive Super
I'll let it
Mario
ride
and
at this
Mario
point, fuck
items.
it.
But this was different. This time, I was going to be asking them a way
Exit
bigger
tier 1,
question.
Sark.
I wanted to know if there was any chance
They give
Bai
sub
would be willing to help me
Weiler.
out and assist me in securing this historic video game. Amazingly, they said yes.
Woo! Let's go!
Now, I can't tell you how happy I was when Bai said
This is a
yes
fucking
to this
roller
project.
coaster.
And with their help, I placed the bid.
And that's when
waited,
Elon Musk
and then
tweeted
won the
about me.
auction. However,
Right before being blown
there was
up in a
still
Tesla.
One enormous hurdle left to clear. See, it's still 2020, and over the summer, as a temporary precaution due to current world events, Japan actually halted shipping in or out of the country. See, Japan's primary mail provider is Japan Post, and Japan Post had an
And this video is also sponsored by Japan
they were
Post.
forbidding all mail to be sent or received from, and included on that
Thanks to
list
Prime Tandor.
was my home country, the United States of America. This posed an enormous problem. I needed to devise a way to somehow get this game out of Japan at a time when
He
mailing
flew to
things in and out of
Japan!
Japan was strictly forbidden. Out of
He-
options and
he
desperate
got
for some
smuggled
sort of
in by the
resolution,
Yakuza?
I knew what I had to do.
Yep, I
And
bet
it's
that's
not
what it
you
is.
think. See, normally in a situation like this, my solution, as you probably could have guessed if you've seen my other videos, would be to go to Japan and secure the package myself.
Yep,
But not
naturally.
only has Japan halted all mail in or out of the country, they've also halted all
Thanks to
tourism
Prime
in and
Chime.
out of the country. So there was no way I'd be
Hey,
getting
no,
in.
I said yes, yeah.
So I'm sure you can understand my predicament here. I effectively
you.
had to figure
Sleep
out a
well.
way to book a flight to Tokyo in search of answers at a time when booking a flight to Tokyo in search of answers is literally against the law. Luckily, I had an ace up my sleeve.
Oh, baby.
See,
An
around this time
international
last year, my
crime
younger brother
circuit.
Mark actually moved to Tokyo to go to university. And while all foreign residents of Japan, including people with student visas, have been forbidden from leaving and re-entering the country during
He
the
set
pandemic,
sail to the
my
Grand
brother had just
Line.
been granted special permission to head back to the
going
United
for the
States
One
for a few
Piece
weeks
McDonald's
for
treasure.
a mandatory medical checkup. And by the way, just to reassure you, he got his checkup and everything's fine. So here's my idea. If I could
I know,
somehow
Ginjo, it's crazy.
get this game into Mark's hands before his flight back to America, he could theoretically smuggle the McDonald's DS out of Japan in his luggage and the package would be secure. Now, for whatever reason, I felt a real sense of urgency with this mission.
Well, of course.
Blame It on Jorge's video that mentioned this McDonald's game had shined an enormous spotlight on it, and I couldn't shake the feeling that someone else might beat me to the punch on this. Now, a couple weeks after winning the auction, the item finally arrived at Bai's warehouse, but I was really running out of time. By this point, it was July 28th, and my brother's flight to America was just 3 days away. An incredibly narrow window to get this thing delivered. So if this item didn't arrive quickly, this plan was
This
doomed.
game probably fucking sucks
For
too
2
after all this
very
effort. It's just
stressful
one
days,
level.
This possibility hung over my head that after
You just
all this
cook
work,
french
after
fries
all the
for
money
2
we'd
minutes.
spent, and after everything else had lined up so perfectly, a simple scheduling issue could unravel this entire plan. Then, on July 30th, I got this Discord message from my brother.
Package secure. Oh, Maybe.
The package had been secured.
Hey, that's what I said. Fuck yeah.
So while I was packing up my stuff to get ready to
Thanks, 37 Trench
return to America
Burzu.
here in a few days, I am pretty sure that I heard a certain package arrive at my doorstep, so we're gonna go check that out.
Don't tease me, Mark. Where is it? I know what's there. It's the wrong game.
Not only is the inside of this cardboard box an incredibly rare, one-of-a-kind...
All of a sudden, the Men in Black rappel through his window, fucking tase him, steal the package.
...of the McDonald's Corporation. So, I'm gonna be very careful opening this. You know, who knows what kind of... Like, this could be bugged. I could have the McDonald's corporate team busting down my door with...
That's what I was saying.
Shields any second now.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my god. The sacred relic? No, don't tease me.
Before his flight, Mark safely packed the McDonald's DS into his enormous blue suitcase, and soon he was on his way to Tokyo's Haneda airport.
He gets stopped at the airport. He accidentally left his cocaine in the luggage as well. They bust him for drugs and take the DS game. I already see it coming. I already know what's gonna happen.
And to be honest with you, the particulars of whether or not Mark would even be able to leave were kind of a big question mark.
Thank you.
Jumping through the hoops to get all the paperwork filled out so that Mark could return home was an enormous hassle, and there was no real guarantee he would even be able to leave, much less get back into the country. Mark entered the airport, and with virtually all flights in and out of Japan canceled due to the pandemic, Haneda's international terminal was a ghost town. Everywhere he looked, seats were blocked off, forbidding people from sitting next to each other, a measure that ultimately proved redundant since almost every seat in the airport was unoccupied. Soon, it was time for Mark's flight, and a few minutes later, Mark found himself on board a virtually empty airplane from Tokyo to the United States. Meanwhile, halfway across the world, me and my family were on our way to the airport to go meet Mark and see him for the first time since the pandemic.
Thanks to Tier 1 Morgan.
I was extremely excited. Excited, of course, to
a
see
large black van pulls up next to them. Men in sunglasses start shooting.
Impossible to pull off in the midst of COVID, but also excited that
they
the
know
world would finally get a
the FBI's onto them.
Legendary and mysterious game for the first time ever.
This guy knows way too much about the McDonald's training DS game. He's too dangerous to be left alive.
And after patiently waiting for what felt like forever, watching handfuls of masked passengers slowly trickle out of the gates,
Afroni,
finally,
Reset Space Dust, and Bunny Girl. Him.
He had arrived.
Thanks a huge Tier 2, Dermacia.
It's hard to overstate how great a feeling it was to see Mark
Appreciate
again.
that.
The whole situation with travel in Japan had really led me to believe that he may not get to see us this summer at all, and that we may not see him until next year. But in all the excitement of seeing Mark, something slipped through the cracks, something I didn't realize right away. If I had been looking closely, I would have noticed that the enormous blue suitcase that Mark had packed the McDonald's DS in, he didn't have it.
Yeah, it's probably in the terminal.
You know that your bag is not didn't come? So the bag is delayed. I mistaken.
No! Fuck! Mark! Go back to Japan and get it!
That due to a baggage snafu with the airline, his luggage had not wound up on his flight home with him. So, I'd be lying if I said that this situation was not terrifying. I mean, here we had
Tier 1
this
pips and a
incredibly
Tier 1
rare
drum
game,
bum.
and
Hey
I
man, fuck yeah.
Never
I
showed
stuck
up
around
on
in your
auction
stream
sites.
for a
A
little
game
while. I was super happy to
that,
see
as
his
far as I
sword
know,
reaching out.
Doesn't exist anywhere
I
else
hope
in the
big things
United
come from
States.
it for
A
you.
game that seemingly nobody had the password to access except for me, and we'd have to rely on an airline who'd already misplaced it once to ever get it back.
This guy
was
hijacks a
truly
plane.
Helpless feeling. There was
looking
really
for the
nothing
DS
we could do
game.
here except just exercise some patience and wait. Well, almost nothing. The one thing I could do was start preparing. See, even if everything went perfectly and the airline found this bag and returned it to us, that was only half the battle. I didn't just want to own this McDonald's training cartridge.
I wanted to fuck it.
Document it. I wanted to finally give the world its first up-close look at what the Mick gameplay actually consisted of. See, if I was going to do this, if I was going to put in all this time, effort, energy, and money, I wanted to do it the right way. I wanted to capture the game as it was actually played by McDonald's.
God, this game's journey is wild.
Actual Nintendo hardware. So I started looking into solutions, and pretty quickly I realized what I wanted was a
this could be the
3DS
next Marvel
modified
movie
for video capture. But here's the thing. In 2020, getting your hands on a 3DS capture device is much easier said than done. For example, check out this MLIG video from last April.
I wish we could say we were able to show you great ideas that you can go and try for yourself right now, but the reality is that at this moment, the 3DS is in kind of a bad place.
And what they say in that video is completely true. The availability of hardware-modified 3DSs in 2020
McDonald's buys the plane. Entirely. Yeah, just to reclaim the DS game.
Research, I realized that there was really only one person left on Earth who could help me with this problem. And that was a console modder based out of Germany named Stefan Merki.
Stefan, let's go!
For years now, Stefan has run a shop called Merki.net where he sells capture
the
cards
president.
and mods for the Nintendo 3DS.
The Prime Minister of Germany.
My research. By all accounts,
the only man I could
Stefan
turn to.
Was one of the best and most reliable hardware modders out there, able to install a full suite of capture devices and other useful hardware modifications, and he seemed like a perfect fit for this project.
Thanks to the 5 gift subs to Wiley.
So
again,
excitedly, I went to Stefan's website, and he had stopped selling them.
We chatted a bit via email with Merki, a European distributor for both Katsukitty and Loopy kits. And he tells us that he is also getting out of the game once his existing stock is depleted.
Alright, hold on. Sorry to blue ball you real quick, but I gotta pee. We are barely over halfway? This story is nuts! What the fuck? Man, I can't believe I'm having this much fucking excitement from a McDonald's training game for the Nintendo DS. What a journey. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Next to the Prime, Nick, Silver, Kyla, and the resub Clam. I'll be right back. Oh, just click. Okay, 1 sec. And I hope that's not accurate, Winter, but if it is, that fucking sucks. Be right back. I'm back, team. Thanks to the tier 1 sack. I guess sub Scary Crow.
business can no longer count on receiving a return on investment for additional
Prime
3DS
Philpa.
hardware.
Stefan had just posted
And
an
Seat
open letter
Sniffer.
on his website announcing that he was, sure enough,
Give some Scary
out
Crow
of the
again.
modding game, retiring
Thank
after
you.
7 long years of modding Nintendo hardware for a living. Still, I knew I had to try, so I reached out
Thanks
to
to
Stefan
Resub Ace.
personally. I pleaded with this man, the Hattori Hanzo of 3DS hardware modification, trying my hardest to persuade this master of his craft into
He
coming
said
out of
yes,
retirement for one last
and
job.
conjured the game out of
I
nothing.
explained the situation to Stefan,
Or maybe he
that I
did
was
alchemy,
painfully close
brought
to
it to
getting my
life.
hands on this ultra-rare DS game, and that I needed one of his devices to share it with the world.
Thanks to Resub Lemon.
And it took
and
some convincing,
DVDs.
but eventually, he agreed. But there was a caveat. Stefan said he would need me to send him some American 3DS hardware to modify. So I went out and purchased a brand new 2DS XL and mailed it off to Germany.
This is so intense.
Yep. That's what I hear.
And he asked for one of my fingers as payment.
More on that later. In the meantime, I also continued to closely monitor this piece of lost luggage. Balancing all these things, the auction, the missing baggage, trying to persuade a retired German modder to make me a custom 3DS for capture, it was overwhelming trying to keep all these plates spinning at once, especially
maybe
knowing that
Taco
if
after
even
this.
one of these things fell through, the whole project would likely fall apart.
True, Neo.
Eventually, after hours of checking the luggage delivery link over and over and over, an update came in the next day.
Yeah, wait, what does it say?
Airline's baggage information delivery info.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Address called welcome to where'smysuitcase.com.
No, that doesn't bode well.
Recently, your baggage was
It's a bad
delivered
omen.
to Raleigh-Durham International Airport. You're receiving this email because we will be handling your delivery on behalf of American Airlines.
So
we
far,
have
so good.
We have entered your baggage claim into our system. We are working with the airline to get your baggage as fast to you as possible. If all goes according to plan, we'll get this bag by tonight at 10 p.m.
I mean, this is the closest I've ever been to this McDonald's DS. We are the trajectory.
Yeah, one of the few men.
It's on the right path.
It's in spitting distance.
More men have walked on the moon than have touched the McDonald's DS game. This is big. This is big.
Gus at the airport snuck his hand in there and decided he wanted a McDonald's Game Boy. Who can say?
So
All right.
there's your info on that.
Thank you.
We're also playing Monkey Ball downstairs if you
Oh,
want.
what? What the f***? Are you serious?
The baggage
Monkey ball
had
slaps.
apparently arrived at our airport and was set to be delivered to our house that night. And then, on August 4th at 10 p.m., there was a knock on the door.
Hi.
Hard to
This
explain,
is,
Scary
for
Crow.
Mark?
Thanks to Resub Shalong.
Yep, that's it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good night. You too. Oh my gosh.
It had arrived.
Here it is. Oh, this is it, right, Mark?
Yep. Very precious cargo.
Oh, baby! We're so fucking close! Let's get it! Mark, let's get some fucking hustle! Crack that bitch open!
Smuggled
Woo!
across
Let's go!
country borders.
Multiple states. It's changed hands more times than I can count between postmen. Oh my gosh.
Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Myzak. Good to see you, man. Thanks to the Prime Sham and Resub.
Well, I suspect it was
Dominion.
packed pretty safely by our friend
Let me
in
give some
Japan,
soul.
right? Oh my god, is this...
There's part 1.
Yes! Ah! Ah! The sacred relics!
Wait a minute.
There's no way somebody
Oh my god, no.
snatch it.
Here it is.
Oh, okay, close.
You never know with TSA, dude.
Maybe like there's a lithium ion battery in it. And
Right.
They wouldn't let me check it through, and that was the thought in my head just now. Was
Yeah.
Taking it.
Getting lithium batteries through customs can be tricky. Oh
So I
my
believe
god.
what you have here is the charger. I
Okay.
think this is the actual device.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can hear his heart
You haven't
pounding.
opened this part yet, right?
I haven't opened anything.
Oh.
This is a huge moment.
Please! It's just a pile of dog shit or something. He got pranked.
Oh my gosh.
There's something in there! Oh! Lord!
This is so thoroughly wrapped. I'm really, and I'm grateful. It needed every bit of wrapping here.
Oh my god, there's a code on it. Ha! Ha!
Okay, hang on a second. There's something pretty interesting going on here.
Let's go! I can't wait to train to be a McDonald's employee on the DS! Please, I can't wait any longer!
You ready?
Oh!
That is beautiful.
She's a beaut.
Matte black McDonald's logo.
Actually, looks pretty good. It kind of bangs.
Would get a kick out of this, I think. It's in such good condition too. Shouts out to the.
Thanks to Prime Scrawny, the resub Terra and Zandes.
Oh, buddy. That's what she's. An unassuming cartridge.
There she is.
With incredibly high value.
There she is.
And precious data.
Thanks to the resub promo code.
What's going on over here? Why is.
He got 2 copies. No way.
What is this second thing?
I can't believe it.
So this number.
We struck gold.
YouTube videos I've seen of the people who can't get past the title screen. I'm pretty sure there's a 6-digit code that's needed. Wait, there's another one?
Jackpot.
There's 2? What? 2 McDonald's DSIs here. Wow, they're both like in incredible condition.
Oh, that doesn't have the game though. Damn.
That matte texture is so nice.
Man, that game's so rare, I guess. Holy shit.
An underrated device. And then let's see what's the last piece of the puzzle here.
It's the head of the McDonald's CEO.
Yeah, Mark, I think your suspicion is correct. I think this is just a pretty standard DSI charger here. Oh my god. Wow, beautiful.
Let's pop that shit in, baby.
Thank you, Robert, for filming.
At long last, this ultra rare game and allegedly the password for it was in our hands.
Oh, the password's
this
wrong or
incredibly
something.
rare
Expired.
McDonald's branded DSI, this even rarer McDonald's Japan employee training game, and arguably the most precious part of all, the long-lost unique 6-digit password that would let us access the game for the first time in 10 years. Finally, at long last, the game was safely in our hands, and that meant that there was only one piece of the puzzle
I know,
left.
Ginjo.
And sure enough, a few days later, another package arrived, this time from Germany, containing the modded new 2DS XL. This was the final piece. This was the last ingredient necessary to share this game with the world. The only obstacle left to surmount was the language barrier. I can't read Japanese, but I know somebody who can. So I reached out to Samuel Messner again and asked him
This is
if he'd
so
be down to
wild.
join me for this first ever playthrough of the McDonald's DS training game.
Just fucking guess like a real man. I can't read Japanese either, and I fucking dick in hand wandered through the dark in 98 Koshin to play that game.
Yes, good.
That's the rarest game I've ever
Big
played.
moment for me. I have not actually turned this game on yet. I've played.
I didn't
0
recruit a
seconds.
translator.
As has everyone in the United States, as far as I can tell.
Oh my god, it's fancy!
Damn, I kind of wish that was what
Thanks
the
to resub
cartridge
Tai
looked
Tai.
like. Because it's got kind
Dog.
of a Feel the Magic XYXX vibe to it. Dude, I can't. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am loving it.
We're in. Let's go.
FMV.
This is so exciting. I can't wait to see the gameplay. It's gonna beat Cyberpunk.
Oh my god. Dude. Happy McDonald's customers all over the world. So, this opening video was on YouTube, but I avoided watching it because I didn't want to take away from that moment, and I made the right call.
That was very special.
Wowee. All right, so we got 3 menu options here. Can you help me out with these?
I can tell you that's the
So
start
first one
game.
is password input. The second is password, like change your password, and the third one is serial code input, which is probably what
I
you're
was
gonna
wrong.
wanna do here.
Oh, interesting. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb here. Dude, I don't know if you caught that. It's got the ba-da-ba-ba-ba jingle. It's incredible.
Now he'll finally
It's
know
so
the secret
spiritual.
recipe. McDonald's
Okay,
doesn't have a
this has to
secret
be it,
recipe
because
for anything.
It's a 6-digit code that only takes numbers. All right, let's punch
The
this
only
in.
like
4,
exclusive ingredient at
8,
McDonald's is tears.
5. Oops, I fucked up. Is this backspace in the lower right?
Yeah, it is.
4, 8, 2. Such a distractingly beautiful song. All right, here we go.
Come on!
What does it say at the bottom?
Come on! Let's go!
Let's see here.
Let me in!
The what you have entered is incorrect. Please enter the correct information.
Want to flip my desk over.
This moment, in all honesty, scared the crap out of me. My mind flooded with terrifying possibilities. Had this DS cartridge save game been wiped somehow? Had the seller sent me the wrong copy? Or, worst of all, were these photos fake? Had we been straight up scammed here?
Yeah, you did. Get your armor trimmed, nerd. Doubling money at Varrock GE,
What if
pussy.
it's the password? What if they set the password to be...
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Password.
Try it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't know why they'd think it'd be the serial number, to be honest.
I
think it's absolutely the password.
And here it says, please enter the 6-digit password that you yourself have decided. This is where I'm unsure whether this will actually work.
Alright, 482500.
There's the prime. Dumb.
I'm hoping this works.
We all are.
Yes!
We're in! Woo!
We're in.
We're in uncharted territory, man.
My god. The final frontier. McDonald's training.
Wow, we got the buns. 2 pickles that's an iconic bit of McDonald's lore. 2 patties.
Wow, this looks wild.
Oh, it's 3D.
And he gets to enjoy it all to himself, that lucky
Our
guy.
full playthrough of this game took over an hour, so I'm going to spare you from watching all of that and just show you the highlights.
And now he's the world's best McDonald's employee candidate. He's received the sacred training.
Is this my name? Oh my god. Alright, let's
Now we just have to pretend to be excited.
Let's get the egg.
Oh, woo!
Oh, this sound design is so good. Are you hearing that?
Let's go!
The fact that it's like a sprite of a cow with a McDonald's M on it.
This is a receptory.
Hey, my name is Donald McDonald. Okay, how many pickles on a double cheeseburger?
Easy.
Oh.
Easy. We're now getting an isometric view of the whole store.
Whoa!
This game does look
my
like
God.
a banger.
Okay. It says that you can send an encouraging
Here's the
message
prime Q.
to someone else in the McDonald's crew.
Dude, that is incredible.
Oh, well, thanks,
As
Vlad.
we played through this game, we just kept making discovery after fascinating discovery.
Is that Ronald McDonald's hand?
Way too much to put in this video.
Well, yeah, it makes
and
sense.
Side note, if you're one of the people crazy enough to want to watch all 73 minutes of this playthrough, you can just click the join button underneath this video and you'll get access to the entire thing.
But I'll just take your word for it that it's the best game ever made, to be honest.
It goes without saying that this was an immensely satisfying moment, playing through this game for the first time and having a translator by my side to help out. It felt like a victory. This is a great piece of history that we've uncovered here, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with the world.
Yeah, and thank you for doing your part for video game preservation, man.
Don't share
The
it.
first
Don't
video
share it.
material in the world that actually goes into properly what the game is like. This has existed exclusively within the memory.
The ROM is linked in the description.
Like, decade.
Yeah.
He should have kept it to
Let's be
himself.
honest, though, no one was going to document the McDonald's video game, DS game before you.
However,
what happened?
About 1 week after I recorded my playthrough with Samuel, I was catching up with a friend over FaceTime, and she asked me what I'd been up to lately. So I walked her through this
Thanks,
whole
the
story,
potate.
the long-lost game, the Bloomberg video, the auction, the French guy, Cody Tontweet, who had a copy but couldn't get in because he didn't have the password, etc., and how I had just managed to get to it myself. And she says to me, so wait, that password, was it an employee ID number or what? So I go to Cody's video to show her the exact password screen the guy was stuck on, and I noticed something new. While showing her Cody's video, I spotted something in the description that I hadn't seen before. A new message that had been edited in since the last time I watched it, in French, in all capital letters, identifant-tu-vie. And beneath that...
What does that mean?
Logins found with a YouTube link.
Oh.
Click to the link.
Get fucked, idiot! You got beaten!
And it took me to a live stream archive broadcast on YouTube with 131 views.
Cody slapped that ass!
Where Cody enters a password.
Cody gets the last laugh, my man! How embarrassing.
It actually works. He gets in, plays through the entire game, just like me and Samuel did.
Undead.
And here's the really devastating
Good luck,
part.
lad.
Cody's playthrough had been streamed live to YouTube on August 30th, 2020. My playthrough with Samuel, that was on September 18th.
Oh.
Barely 2 weeks later.
Ew.
He'd been beaten.
You copied Cody. Fraud. Riding on Cody's coattails.
I gotta be honest with you here. This was a little bit heartbreaking. To have come this far and put in all this effort, I was kicking myself. If I had just moved a little faster, procrastinated a little less, I could have been the actual first one to document this game. At the same time, though,
Cody had the game for 10 years. Yeah.
I'm also mystified by the fact that he'd somehow gotten the password for his cartridge.
Yeah, I wonder how.
We all know how I got the password for my version.
He probably held a McDonald's employee
How the hell did
hostage.
Cody get his?
Chained him to the basement post.
Strap in, because
what is the code?
To get his cartridge's password is even crazier than my own.
What? This is so fucking wild.
Over on that Obscure Gamers forum thread from the beginning of this video, Cody tells the full story. In short, he was able, through a friend, to meet in person with the IT director of McDonald's in his country, presumably McDonald's France. Upon seeing the McDonald's DS, this IT guy
talked to
out,
Ronald
said,
himself.
"Don't move," and then brought it to the desk of none other than the CEO. Truly the Scott, president of Domino's Pizza, of this particular story. It turns out the CEO's wife is Japanese, and she herself had actually worked at McDonald's Japan corporate. Meaning
Cody's
she knew
the
exactly
man.
who to contact about Cody's problem. Weeks later, Cody found himself on an email chain with employees from McDonald's Europe, McDonald's UK,
And now Cody owns
Australia,
McDonald's.
and of course,
Cody's the new McDonald's
Japan.
CEO.
This email chain, according to Cody, was loaded with information, including scans of PDFs of the game's manual, but unfortunately, they weren't able to give him a password as the individual passwords were set by individual McDonald's store management. Now, a lot of people would have given up there, but
They made
not
him a
Cody.
custom one.
He kept going. And the actual explanation of what Cody did next is pretty technical and honestly way above my
Thanks
head.
to Resub Arston.
But at this point,
And not
Cody
yet, Hawk.
actually dove into the code itself. He took apart the game's ROM and comparing the McDonald's training cartridge's save data with other DS games and began to find similarities.
What?
Then, incredibly,
What?
Cody made a huge discovery. He stumbled across a string of code in the game that contained translations of the 2-character hex code.
This
for
guy's
every
nuts.
Single letter and number in the
This
password.
guy's fucking nuts.
From there, he kept hunting and then found the entry in the code for crew members. And at that point, he had everything he needed.
This guy probably dedicated every day
Username?
for 10 years for this moment.
LE1038.
10 years he had this and finally got it.
0000000. He was in. I could not stop
Holy
smiling when I first
shit.
read Cody's story. This guy had jumped through about 1 billion hoops and roadblocks to solve a very inconsequential mystery, and to me that made me feel like he and I are kindred spirits in a way. But also, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little heartbroken that Cody had ultimately beaten me to the punch. But the irony wasn't lost on me either. This entire time,
Cody
without
earned
one of us
it.
knowing it, Cody and I had been racing in parallel, neck and neck to the same finish line. And unfortunately for me, Cody had beaten me fair and square by just a couple of days.
This is a wild adventure.
Still, I was determined to make
Holy
this adventure worth it.
shit. Thanks to the resub, Joey. Hey,
I had come too
good to
far
see you, Joey.
just
Hope you're doing
throw all
well.
this away because someone else
Thanks
had
to
beat me to
Potato.
putting this on YouTube. And after thinking about it for a while, I think I figured out what I can do. See, as of today, the only 2 people
Thanks
we
to
know
Prime
for
and
sure
Valid.
have access to this game are Cody and myself. And as cool as that scarcity is, I think I want this game to be something that everybody can enjoy. And Cody's made it
No one's gonna
abundantly
play
clear
this
that he
game. I'll
plans
tell you
to
right now,
never,
no one
ever
wants to be
dump
trained
his
as
copy.
McDonald's
After
employee
spending
by a
months on this
DS
project
game.
and reading tons and tons of forum threads about it, one thing I feel pretty confident about is that people really want to see this game preserved, both just to check the game out for themselves and also out of principle. So, one last time, I reached out to Samuel about my idea,
Exit
and
Tier 1
Samuel put me in
Nightmare
touch
with
with a
Prime
game
Pharmacist.
preservationist named Scyther.
There's speed runs to make fries. Fuck yeah.
Scyther walked me through the process of using some software called God Mode 9 on my 3DS
Yeah, it's wild,
to dump
Ginjo.
the game cartridge itself in its entirety.
That sounds so dangerous. It could have just erased all of your shit.
The game cartridge itself and, crucially, my save file, since the game requires a password. And after jumping through a few hoops, we were successful.
We're all dumpers now, baby.
So, I'm happy to announce that if you or
This is
anyone
so
that's watching this
good.
video wants to play this long-lost Japanese McDonald's training game for yourself, I've created a page on archive.org where I've uploaded the ROM and my save file and some basic instructions, and you can download it and start playing with it today. Have fun.
Holy shit.
It's only recently, now that this whole thing is over, that I've been able to reflect on just how bizarre and uniquely international this journey was. The quest to get my hands on this game involved a German 3DS hacker, a pseudonymous French rival, a game archivist from the Czech Republic, international smuggling, and, for the second time in my life, the Japanese arm of an American fast food company. I still don't really understand why this keeps happening, why I seem fated to pursue these trivial stories about companies like Domino's Japan or McDonald's Japan. And though I don't know how things turned out this way, there's one thing I know for sure. I'm loving it.
That's actually a great conclusion. That's a good conclusion. Fuck it, let it ride. Real cheesy. That's how it should have ended.
Before we wrap up, I have 3 really quick notes. First and foremost, I'd like to extend a huge thank you once again to Bai for sponsoring this video and for helping preserve this weird little piece of internet history. There's a link in the description of this video that gives you a free 2000.
Okay, so another sponsor slot. Great video. Really fucking good. Cody is the MC. He was the main character. So this guy has a platform, obviously. He's a big YouTuber. He's got a big online presence. Cody did that for the love of the fucking sport. For the thrill of the hunt. You don't see Cody with a fucking 5 million view YouTube video about it. My man Cody in the fucking streets out there, climbing in sewers, infiltrating the McDonald's HQ to get the sacred codes and then hacking into the game itself, cross-referencing shit. Like, Cody is the king here. Fuck, that was good. Thanks for the raid, Martin. You just missed a wild ride. A fucking wild ride. I really appreciate the raid, though. Thank you, Martin. Welcome, everyone. Thanks to the Prime Dundo and the resub Preb and Hockey Fan and the Prime Howard. No, I'm not gonna play it. Fuck that. Game looks like shit. No way. I mean, maybe I'll speedrun it at some point, but yeah, fuck no. Not tonight. Get that shit out of here. It's a dumb idea. Thanks to Prime Pixel Gamer. Man, I just keep thinking about that story now. Oh, so good. So good. Thanks to the resub Candy Fiasco. Oh yeah, time lapse of the future. We can maybe do that in a bit. Thanks to Prime Bubba and the gift sub Armadillo. Hold on. Let's do the slap fight now. Jesus, what are going on? Here. Wait, which one was it? Yeah, the super heavyweight. These are the 5 gift subs, Ash Tree, and the tier 1 Kazuma, and the resub Wrigleyville. And the gift sub Change. Check out the story of Xbox Underground. We'll do that after this. I want to unwind now with some nice, beautiful slapping. But before I do that, I want to fill up my water, so just give me one more second. I was guzzling water during that story. I was feeling it. I will be right back. Thanks to the Prime Monsteel. Alright, I'm back, team. Thanks to the Prime Vicky and Kazuma. The resub Archangel. The resub Ego Caddis. Oh, alright. Game time.
Hey fans, this is Space Cowboy Jason Jones, the Southern Heavyweight Champion, and I'm coming to you live from Mid-States Wrestling.
Hey, appreciate it, Owl. Thank you, man.
Juggernaut Super Heavyweight Championship. Stay tuned.
True, Neo.
It's happening right now.
Maybe Alien. Thanks to the resub Half-Blood. Let's get it!
Super Heavyweight Highlander made his slap fight debut as an alternate in last year's Super Heavyweight.
Did I watch the Warzone Nuke event? Fuck no, I didn't. What? I don't even play Warzone.
Former champion before losing in the final round. Now he returns in the semi-final of tonight's Slap Fight Super Heavyweight Championship to face newcomer.
Exit 2 gives subs butter in the Prime Big and Canadian Idiot.
I'm Solid Slug from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here to take this title back down to the road with me to the south. So anybody want to step up today? It's the day. I've been an athletic person.
Thanks to Prime Bald Martin.
I've been in the military, lifting weights, the typical thing, working out my neck, slapping bricks, all that type of crazy stuff. So,
my man.
to see if it all worked out.
Slapping bricks? He's training hard. He's doing the right kind of training.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Slap Fight Super Heavyweight Championship semi-final. I'm JT Tilley filling in tonight for the Space Cowboy Jason Jones.
Hey, well, I'm sorry to
Jason
hear
is
that,
away tonight
EWJ.
defending his
Thank you for the
MSW
generosity,
Pro
but I hope everything's
Wrestling
alright.
title, and we wish him the best.
Thanks, Gato.
Missouri native and fan favorite Highlander weighed in
Highlander! Yeah!
pounds. His opponent, Solid Slug of Atlanta, Georgia, tipped the scales at a ready 300 pounds.
Let's go, Solid Slug!
Super heavyweight showdown
We have not seen
between the
Solid Slug,
hard-hitting
I don't
veteran
think.
and the unknown newcomer.
This will be his debut here. He's losing his slapping virginity. Let's get
We are
it!
back at the barrel for the coin toss. As always, your lead official tonight is professional fighter Kyron Bowen. And it looks like the coin toss goes.
I will say, every time I've seen Highlander fight, he has lost.
Solid Slug. If you've never
It,
seen
like,
him
in a
fight before,
massive
he does
way.
have massive
So,
power in his hands.
track record's not exactly favorable to
And he'll
Highlander
be
here.
looking to finish this fight as quickly as possible.
Oh, he's slow on it. That's scary.
Outstanding shot to start the match.
Whew. Big opener. He's making a statement. That was his first slap in the circuit.
From the official.
He's a rookie, but he's feeling it. That was pretty good.
That first shot. That was a big shot, though. And he's going to return now with the bottom of round one.
Hope you're having a
Here's
good
your
night, Nate.
windup.
Sorry it was a bad day. Oh! Highlander!
Clubbed him right off.
Wait a minute. He's definitely hit the hyperbolic time chamber.
Highlander's not a dirty
He's been
fighter,
training.
but that definitely makes a difference in the match. Goodness.
Okay, okay.
Okay, now, there's going to be a warning here for clubbing. And we've got 60 seconds.
Yeah,
here.
it was a penalty, but
Solid
still,
Slug
I mean,
just
that
gonna
was...
clear the cobwebs and
You know, I mean, that's still...
hopefully he'll be stepping
Big
back
slap's
to
a
the
big
barrel
slap.
and continuing the fight.
Penalty or not.
That was a heavy shot to the side of the head, though. Goodness. Okay. Solid.
Oh, he's like gently caressing him a little bit. He's about to put him to sleep, I feel. Oh, this looks like game over. He's hitting the power. Oh, I fucking felt it. I could feel the ground trembling as he was gearing up. I knew it. I fucking knew it. It's like in anime when they start to power up and the rocks start flying around them. I knew it was coming.
But again, Highlander with probably one of the best chins in the super heavyweight division. He's already back up to the barrel. Absolutely wanting to continue. That's 2 rounds, folks.
Man, between the slap and then that, like, ass pound to the floor, he's got to be feeling pretty rough. A free fall straight onto your ass cheeks is awful.
Look at the intensity on his face.
Exit tier 1 Mega in the Prime Cup.
Okay,
Ooh! Woo! Alright. We got ourselves a real ass greaser here. This is a close one. Right now, Solid Slug definitely in the lead because he turned his lights off for a second there. He fell. He went down hard. He fucking potato sacked him. That man collapsed.
Going to replace the cotton ball in Highlander's ear.
Well, yeah, he vaporized it with his last slap. Solid Slug literally de-atomized it.
And immediately pulled Wolverine to the corner. Light heavyweight champion Wolverine. And they had a nice long conversation, and tonight Wolverine is in Solid Slug's corner.
1, 2. Oh boy! Oh, good lord! Ragdolled him! Jesus Christ! Solid Slug! Why is he barefoot? Did he fucking slap the shoes off of him too? God damn! That's classic Highlander right there. I haven't seen him win yet, but he did put up a good fight this time, I'd say.
Gonna tend to.
How does this go on for another 10 minutes? Do they just like weakened it Bernie's body up to the stand? Make him fight again? What are the next 10 minutes?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout in round 3.
I thought they were gonna just like put him up by strings like a puppet and make him slap. Damn, Solid Slug blasted him. That was a short one. Woo! That was a pretty big debut right there. Solid Slug, looking good. Great technique, good strong chin as well. He took some powerful shots as well. Even kissed the barrel on the way down. Damn, goddamn. Oh, there's 2 matches here. Oh, wait, that's a surprise. Okay, okay, I'm ready.
Frank the Tank has been a dominant force in both the heavyweight and super heavyweight divisions.
Hey, fuck yeah, that's a pleasant surprise.
Zeus, Rocky Moore,
You're getting a double whammy here. We're double fisting on the slaps.
Frank has been a perennial #1 contender in both divisions. After advancing to the semifinal round of the last,
I would love to see Vasily Kamansky fight some of the American boys.
Due to a broken hand. Tonight, with his injury rehabbed and his record improved to 8 wins and 4 losses, Frank has returned to stake his claim for the super heavyweight title. Stay tuned for Frank the Tank versus Solid Slug to see.
They have divisions now? Yeah. Slap Fight Championship has divisions.
Folks, it's time. This is our main event of the evening.
Frank's looking big. He's put on some muscle. It also looks like he got taller. Is he wearing heels?
Slug, and the winner of this fight will go home tonight as the new American Slap Fight champion. Last night at the Slap Fight,
Frank, welcome back.
Frank the Tank tipped the scales at
Where's the Tier 1 Baja Waves?
Pounds. His opponent, Solid Slug, an even 300
Yeah, maybe Jack.
pounds. Most would say Frank the Tank would be the clear favorite in this matchup, but let's don't count Solid Slug out just yet.
I was absolutely thinking Solid Slug was the favorite. 100%. His first match was decisive.
All right, lead official Kyron Bowen just finishing up the rules meeting here, and then we're going to get on to the coin toss.
Thanks to
These are your
money.
finalists, ladies and gentlemen. On your right, we've got veteran Frank the Tank, and on your left, newcomer Solid Slug. Looks like Solid Slug.
A slap tier list? Yeah, maybe.
That's a big advantage.
Thanks for 5 gift subs. Gorgasmic,
We'll see
appreciate
if he can
it,
make the
man.
most of it here.
Thanks for generosity. Oh boy, he's walking him into it. Uh-oh. He does it so slow. Lets him agonize on it.
Nasty
Woo!
shot from Solid Slug, a little bit high. Okay, looks like they're going
All right.
penalty here. And Solid Slug's going to
It
have
slid
one
off
more
his
ring
beard
for
a little
clubbing.
bit.
That's
Good
gonna be a
defense.
club.
Good defense.
And one more infraction of the rules, and Solid Slug's going to be forced to lose a turn. So that's.
I feel like with a good beard like that, you should gel it up and put hairspray in it so it's like prickly and hurts more. Oh, man.
Frank the Tank. Okay. It looks like we've got another penalty call.
Yeah, that was a
Solid
flinch.
Slug for flinching. Okay, so
that looked like something
that's
out of
two
like
penalties
Drama
here.
Club where you're
Solid
trying to
Slug's
sell
gonna lose
a like
and
a
Frank
punch
the
or
Tank's
something.
gonna go ahead
That was a
and
big
take another
flinch.
shot. Oh, that's a good shot.
Oof. Frank is slinging meat.
Okay, now Solid Slug has a pretty good idea what he's dealing with here.
All right.
You can see on his face, there's a lot of power behind Frank's slaps. And now Solid Slug knows he's in a fight.
But yeah, just imagine you hide a few tacks in your beard or something. Give yourself a big advantage.
Each contestant has 60 seconds to get back to the barrel after receiving a slap. I can hear Solid Slug's corner encouraging him to take the entire 60 seconds.
Ooh, good point,
here.
Gato. And thanks to the Prime Duke. And thank you for the 2,700 bits,
Frank the Tank's just
Chasso.
gonna stand
Thanks for
at
the
the
couple of
barrel
years of
and
watching,
stare at
man.
him. That's
I really appreciate it.
intimidating. Frank has worn his most intimidating tank top tonight as well.
Slug is thinking it over right now. He's like, wait a minute. This might be a bit much. Oh, but he's in it.
All right,
Fuck
here we
yeah.
go.
Let's go.
Sighting in. And here's your windup. Goodness.
Oh! Woo!
All right, that rang Frank's bell just
I thought he slapped the mustache off of his beard right there.
a big solid shot.
He was really hoping for a KO right there. He does not want to take another shot. You can see it on his face. He was hoping to end it.
You'll notice Frank the Tank does have silicone gauges in his ears. He's not allowed to wear anything wooden or metal in his ears, but he does have permission from Sports Slap USA to wear the silicone. Here we go. Oh my God. Solid Slug takes
It's getting
another
rough.
hand across the face.
Solid
Stays
Slug
on his
is
feet.
struggling.
Little bit of a flinch, but I don't think they're gonna call that.
That one wasn't much of a flinch. I didn't even notice it, to be honest.
This is a fantastic matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Big power from both of these athletes. Throwing
Thanks for the gift
bombs.
sub, Pop.
I have no idea what's going to happen. Slug's going to get a little bit of help here from his corner.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Frank the Tank's going to stay at the barrel and stare at him.
Frank the Tank's over in the other corner doing a G Fuel enema. Fucking turbocharges his arm. Anime energy lines
All right,
through his
here
arm
we
and
go.
slaps the shit out of him.
It's go time for Solid Slug. Here we go with the top of round 3. And here's your windup.
That's a lot of focus right there.
Okay, looks like our line judge is
Ruined
just
by
gonna
the
go ahead and
judge.
adjust Solid Slug's feet. Can't stagger your feet when
You
slapping
can't
it.
talk during the
At slap fights,
backswing.
you've gotta have your
Every
feet
golfer
planted
knows
shoulder
that.
width apart. And we're back to the fight. Here we go.
Oh boy!
Frank takes a seat and
Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh!
Woo! God damn!
Frank the Tank still sitting down. His eyes are open.
It wasn't a KO. I think Frank is gonna get back in it.
And of course he's
Come on, Frank.
He's got 60 seconds to return to the barrel.
Damn. Check his pants for some poopy. Let's clean him out.
Okay, I can hear him talking to the officials now, and it looks like Frank the Tank is throwing in the towel.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well,
there you
that's
have it.
fair, to be honest.
We have a new American slap fight super heavyweight.
Slug coming in hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Solid Slug. Solid Slug's taking the gold home with him tonight. We wish Frank the Tank all the best. We know we'll
Frank
see him
forgot
again
where he
soon.
was now. Now he's confused.
But tonight, Solid Slug
Jesus.
came through in a pinch.
Slapped him so hard he got psychosis. Good work, Solid Slug. What a debut. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Harden. And thanks, Jonah. Hope you have a good day.
Congratulations to Solid Slug. With 2 huge knockouts, Solid Slug becomes the new
I think
American
Solid Slug
slap
just
fight
really needs to
super
work on his
heavyweight champion.
defense. I think that's really the
Don't
only
forget to
thing.
like and subscribe to Slap Fight on all social media and support the growth of American slap fighting.
Fuck yeah, that was nice. I did not expect the double whammy. Slap Fight Championship doing some beautiful work as always. Thanks for the gift sub, Doug, and the resub Reen. He has potential, he needs the right coach. Yeah. Imagine Wolverine and Solid Slug team up. Make like the Ginyu force of slapping. Start recruiting the best in the world. Extreme infestation, raccoons? No. Well, I'm not gonna look at like exterminator stuff. Yeah, I've seen that, Kenway. That was all over Instagram and Twitter. Wolverine was in his corner. Was Wolverine there? I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's huge then. I appreciate it, Ranch, and don't worry about it, man. The watching's plenty. You don't have to donate or anything. That sounds not fun to watch at all, Happy. That just sounds sad. Hunting rats? No. Work of fart. Is that fart fetish shit? I can't watch that on Twitch. Yeah, I'm gonna do Friday Night Funkin' tomorrow, week 7. Please stop donating for suggestions. Just put it in the chat. It's much easier that way. McDonald's Part 2? No. I think that's plenty of McDonald's for tonight. Timeline of the future? Sure. Fuck it. We'll run it. Time lapse of the future. A journey to the end of time. What does the future look like? I feel like I know what the future would look like. A lot like it looks now. Probably not many people outside. Fuck the outside when you can experience it in VR. Thanks to the Tier 1 disability and the Tier 1 toxic bot.
The Holocene has ended. What we do now, and in the next few years,
Thanks to Prime
will
Bam
profoundly
firing.
affect the next few thousand years. The only conditions modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Nothing stays
Oh God!
the same on this planet. Everything changes. The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps.
This is pretty intense.
The Earth is always jumping. Things move on this planet.
No!
Everything is turning.
What the fuck? Stop, slow down! Do we have the technology to stop a star from going supernova? No! Son of a bitch! What if we just drain the Earth of all lava? So that way when the supervolcano tries to erupt, it's just like a fart. You know, it's just like dust and gas and shit. No lava. Damn, we're going in deep. Lord. That's speculative, though. They don't know that an asteroid's gonna hit in 200 million years.
As it begins to run out of fuel, the sun won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core will collapse, and the extra heat this generates will cause its outer layers to expand.
So we have about 9 billion good years left.
It remains slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space.
Hey, that's fine. 9 billion decent years. No, nothing wrong with that. It's a good run.
The fate of the sun is the same
Things
as
in Tier
for all
1
stars.
La Bestia in the resub ozone, or one zone.
All eventually die, and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
All stars eventually will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off. And there'll be no more new stars created.
Oh,
and
man.
So the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Imagine the last star.
But in ice.
How lonely. Having to whittle away with none of your star friends. And it takes like billions of years. Thanks to the resub, Tom. $2,000 trillion years is the degenerate era. We've gone backwards in time. We're currently in the degenerate era.
With no fuel left to burn, a white dwarf's faint glow comes from the last residual heat from its extinguished furnace. Looking at it from where the Earth is now, it would only generate the same amount of light as the full moon on a clear night.
Oh, man.
The faint glow of white dwarfs will provide the only illumination in a dark and empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
That is until Big Bang 2, the sequel, baby. Let's run it. Give that star some friends.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's
the gamers rise again.
That will take us into the future.
Thanks to resub Cosmic Corpse. And thanks to the resub Freaky Riki and Ryan. Whoa, fuck! Jesus Christ! Thanks to the resub Payton. What are these giant rings?
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold.
Master Chief, yeah, I guess it's just Halo rings.
Or light.
Thanks to the resub Punk and Unplugged.
Black dwarfs are dark,
spunkiest.
dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter, little more than the ashes of stars. Their constituent atoms.
Yeah, and then at 100 trillion years, Elden Ring gets released.
Black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun. Stars take so long to reach this point, we believe there are currently no black dwarfs in the universe.
Exactly, scary. Needs to resub grid. Oh, Jesus. The girl, Danny. Sorry. There's no capitalization when I see it over here, so it all looked like one word. God, it's the Eye of Sauron! Get me out! Oh, fuck. Oh, that'd be wild, Blender, yeah.
We have a pace of life that's based on really the energy
I've
available
already
to
seen
us
it,
now.
Polka Dot.
You could imagine living conscious systems which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise. You could have a living system where if it had a thought every 10 trillion years, that would seem normal. Even if our life dies out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while.
Yeah, but fuck them if we're not in it.
So you might have islands in time of intelligence.
Here's the resub Keytune. The Prime Health 1-up. Oh, true Fire Crotch, yeah. I skipped that part. Thanks to the 2 gift subs, Calypso. Thank you again, Calypso. Hey, well, Adam's had a good run. 2 trillion years? That's not bad.
Just spontaneously fall apart.
Any material that
Can't be mad about that.
A black hole eventually dies away as its protons disintegrate.
Gamer energy lives on in the universe.
The matter inside black dwarfs,
Yeah.
the last matter in the universe, will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void as radiation, leaving
There's the Prime
absolutely
Onmus and Zell.
nothing behind. With the black dwarfs gone, there won't be a single atom of matter left. All that will remain of our once rich cosmos will be particles of light
Woohoo!
and black holes.
Those particles probably have to feel so fucking lonely. Hey, thanks for the 5 gift subs again, Ash. Fuck yeah. And thanks for the tier 1 hamster kibbles. Thank you, Ash. Really appreciate it. I have not, Yuane, but someone recommended that earlier. Exhibits Shibe and Ethan. Yeah, makes sense, Swood. Thanks to the resub Jewel Pod.
The arrow of time creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life...
Hey Tempest, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Good to see you. I hope you've been well. Thank you for the generosity.
But it's a window that doesn't stay open for long.
Holy shit, we've only just begun.
Of the lifespan of the universe, as measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole.
Oh, thank you for the 10 gift subs,
Life,
Deadland.
as we know it,
damn, back
is
to
only
back, thank
possible
you.
For 1,000th of a billion billionth billionth of a
That's like the current price of Safe Moon. Not bad.
Black holes become the fundamental building block of the universe.
Thanks to the Prime MFX.
A galaxy will basically be a supermassive black hole in a center with smaller.
Thanks to the
black
5
holes
gift
orbiting.
subs TZ Big. Thank you for the generosity. And the gift sub Oats. Thank you.
Zombie galaxies filled with black holes continue to evolve.
Zombie galaxies, huh?
They'll eat each other and they'll get bigger and maybe they'll fall into the supermassive black hole.
Are they just making this shit up?
The universe will
I
still
don't know.
be an exciting, dynamic place. It's just that the time
Jonah, thank you, man. Goddamn. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Jonah.
Thousands or millions of
Prime Shepard, Masmary, and resub Kai, and Gogo Mike, and the Prime Dwight. Thank you. Yeah, I think black holes are super cool. We need to find a way to harness that power. Maybe if we just ask it nicely to give us its secrets.
Black holes can bang on space-time like mallets on a drum.
He's a tier 1 captain and the
And they
gift
have a
sub
very
Slimy, the
characteristic
Prime
song.
Not Me, and Lakitu. Thanks to the bits Genuine and Waffles. Sorry, work wasn't fun.
Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life together. At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second.
Yeah, that's so cute.
As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time.
I wonder if black holes can fall in love.
Space squeezes and stretches as it emanates out from these black holes banging on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They are literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light as they ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole.
Woohoo!
If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate with the squeezing and stretching of space. You would literally hear the sound.
I bet it's a wonderful sound. Thanks to the gift sub, Destination, and No Skill.
Imagine a lighter black hole
Really?
falling into a very
Polka
heavy
dot.
black
Interesting.
hole. The sound you're hearing
Thanks for some coal.
is a light black hole banging on space each time it gets close. As it falls in, it gets faster and it gets louder.
Jesus, it's hurting my eyes. Thanks to the resub,
Scientists
Caparet.
used to think black holes were immortal, but
The
even
fuck was
these
that?
will one day die.
Now we're talking about timescales of unimaginable length, quadrillions of years into the future. On that timescale, even the black holes begin to evaporate.
How can there be sound in space, though? I thought you couldn't really get sound in space, even if, like, things collide in space. I didn't even think it made it as sound.
Mechanics,
But maybe I'm just
filled
dumb.
with virtual particles and antiparticles that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other.
Oh, so it's more of just, like, the waves you're talking about? Gotcha. Gravitational vibration, gotcha.
In the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate. The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole. And so, black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion.
It's crazy how everything explodes. Why can't it just leave peacefully?
Mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to
Thanks for Prime Balthazar.
the ultimate
I'm gonna give some oats and resubsystem.
black hole.
Yeah, I guess, Deadlight, I don't know. True Witch Doctor, and thanks to the resub Sleep Trouble. Thanks to Tier 1 Trash Man and the resub Amp and Ghostly Damage. Or Ghostly Mega Schmeat. Whoa! What if just all of this is wrong? Literally every single part. I mean, I don't think there's any way it would be wrong.
Philosophers and poets have
But just imagine the universe expands because there's just one guy like blowing it like a bubble. One big guy, one giant guy somewhere. Ah, fuck it.
The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
DB Cooper? Yeah. DB Cooper's the one making the universe expand.
In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still
That sounds
energy,
interesting, Eddie.
even in the space itself.
Yeah, of course, Rope. Go for it.
And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark energy. And this stuff is the dominant stuff of the universe. Almost 3/4 of the matter-energy content of the universe is this dark energy. And we don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
not wrong, Xenomorph. I do imagine as our understanding develops, a lot of these may be inaccurate at some level.
Does not dilute away as the
But
universe
math is kind of hard to, like, prove wrong.
crucial implications for what the universe is going to do in the future.
Thanks to the resub Blung. I'm gonna give some Trash
So
Man.
what will be the future of the universe?
That'd be huge, Rip.
Well, if the dark energy remains dominant and repulsive,
Thanks Prime Sophie World.
the universe will expand forever. Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway universe.
70% of the energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand why. But we do know what will happen if that
Thanks
energy
to resub
continues to be there.
Jamma.
The universe will become cold and dark and empty. That's the future as it might be. We don't know because we don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future. We won't even understand our own origins. And that's why we want to know and study this subject.
Yeah, dark matter and all that shit has been something I've always been really curious about ever since I was a kid. It just sounds cool. It's the human will. Yeah. That's the unknown energy. That'd be so cool if there was multiple universes, man. I love that shit. Thanks to the tier 1 silver spoon. And I agree with that, Colby. Neil Breen knows. Thanks to Resub Koi. Hope work hasn't been too bad, man. That sounds cute, Tengu, but probably not tonight. Thanks to the gift sub Big Bird. Resub Cox.
The forecast does seem to be for an ever colder, ever emptier universe. But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning? And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to the beginning.
Do you think the universe has been, or that this is the first iteration of the universe? I think we're beta testing. And unfortunately the universe probably isn't too happy with our progress. Not to put the words in universe mouth, but I just can't imagine it's overly impressed.
We've worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe.
Sounds cool.
Facing the death of everything there is, this perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes.
What? What do you mean?
So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes...
Yeah, I'm gonna open my own universe.
...are infertile.
Fuck it.
They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that can open up child universes.
Thanks to resub, Swagger. Good to see you, man. Fuck yeah. My man. Hope you've been well. It's been too long. And that's when we retreat to my universe, where I've let only people that I like into it. It's very exclusive. Thanks for the gift sub Fiend and the gift sub Torchlight. Subs only. Yeah, subs only universe. That'd be crazy, Selden, yeah. Thanks to the resub, Rob.
After an unimaginable length of time, Even the black holes will have evaporated, and the universe will be
He's the prime plague.
but a sea of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero.
There's the some honey pie. How much of this stuff do you think people will be around for? All of it. I think we make technology that dictates what the universe does. It becomes our bitch.
And everything reaches the same temperature. The story of the universe finally comes to an end. For the first time in its life, the universe will be permanent and unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing
Yeah, I'll think about
because
it.
the cosmos cannot get any
Here's
more
Prime
disordered.
fellow.
Nothing happens, and it
But
keeps
maybe,
not
Rip.
happening forever.
These videos are always so good. I love this shit. They're so grand in scale and so well produced. It's how can you not like something like that? Yeah, pretty much, Sheldon. I kind of think that's. I even said I agree with that. I think that's exactly what we'll get to, if we're lucky. Jeff Wittek, How I Broke My Face. Man, yeah. We go from a time lapse of the future to How I Broke My Face. Let's fucking run it. Is this just a big YouTuber? Is it a vlog? Why'd you recommend this? I thought it was going to be like something short. Oh, of course, Harmon. I hope you've been well. I'm unfamiliar with the channel, but I don't really want to watch a vlog, to be honest. I don't think I could, Ruja. I think the only way you can do that is if it's on Amazon. Thanks to Prime J. Please stop donating to suggest things. Just put it in the chat, man. I was thinking about Defunct Land tonight, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We're almost out of Defunct Land videos to watch. The Defunct Land universe is experiencing its heat death for us. We've exhausted all the particles in the Defunct Land universe. Ugh. Gemini Home Entertainment. I think I know that channel. Someone recommended them a while back. They make skits, don't they? I changed my mind on Darman. No Darman tonight. We'll wait for him to get a few more. It's only been like 5 days since the last time we caught up on Darman, so there's probably not a lot. Thanks to the resub Quizizity and Humble Hat and Zuzero. Man terrified of olives. Help, I'm scared of pickles and mustard. Man afraid of peach. How often does this happen? So what the fuck is this?
Today, we're going to meet a group of completely sane adults. Now, they're normal people, but they
Thanks to the
literally
Sub Scoobu.
fall to pieces when they are confronted with things like
Kind of Harold.
spiders,
Maybe
children's
Taco.
Halloween masks.
This is all fake. This is the Murray Show shit. None of this is real. Is this all Murray Show? Because, yeah, this shit's just fake. It takes away the fun of it. Alright, I'll look at the monkey ball voice actor thing, but it doesn't sound very wild. But I'll give it a chance. What am I looking for? Oh, is it another Nick Robinson video? Oh, we can do this a different night then. This is another long one. I'll save this for another night. Yeah, I mean, I'm fully aboard these now. After the DS game one, I'm in. We already finished To Catch a Predator. Did the whole series. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Bread. Why Five Below is scary? Oh, is successful? Is this like an interesting thing or a meme? Oh, it's Company Man. This isn't... I don't dislike the channel, but it's not really like exciting. It's just like a very matter-of-fact look at like some companies. Like, we watched Company Man when we were trying to see what happened with Kmart, because it's like a really enjoyable story of Kmart, but he just presents it in like a very factual way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fact, 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 fact. No real like story crafting about the goofiness that goes on with it. Thanks the resub, Shy Guy. Yeah, someone said that earlier, Zune. I'll have to look that up myself. Because again, I'm not familiar with the channel, but I'll look it up myself. What gets you excited other than fucking gift subs and people dying? What does that even mean? I can't even... What? We just watched like 4 back-to-back fucking thrilling What are you even talking about? A, with people dying. I don't think I've ever watched someone die on Twitch. It's against terms. And B, we literally just watched 49 minutes of a thrilling adventure of a DS game, and then another 35 minutes of the time-lapse of the universe's death. Like, what are you talking about? Just because I don't want to watch a matter-of-fact presentation on why Five Below makes money? What, did you, like, personally fund the video or something? What are you even talking about? People dying and gift subs. I don't know what the fuck you're going on about, Matt. Thanks to the Jesus Christ. Thank you to the 5K bits, Shiny Eevee. Jesus. Holy shit, man. Thank you to the big drop. I've already seen the treadmill race. This was huge on Reddit. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like this shit. Actually, now I'm forgetting which one it was. I think it was this one.
Welcome to the 6th
I think it's super
installment of
cute.
the Treadmill Series race. This race is
The winner will surprise you, I can tell you that.
100-car demolition derby.
Thanks to the resub,
hosted
Cody's
by
Nuts.
Autodromo Nazionale
Potato
di
and the gifts of
Monza,
Cantaloupe.
Italy. That's right, a demolition derby at Monza. We had
Thanks to the
over
bits, Chrome and
400
Colt.
cars vying for the 100 spots in today's race, but 300 have been eliminated.
Let's go!
This is a pick'em race. Who do you
Thanks to
pick
Tier
to
1
win
sandwich.
today's Demolition Derby. Last car standing is the winner. As always, I have my sidekick Tyler here with me today, and I also have Dylan in the booth. Tyler, what do you have to say about today's field?
It's actually pretty wholesome.
Today's field, we got recent
Thanks to bits
100-car
Quispy.
Demolition Derby winner Terry Labonte. We also have a recent 50-car
Oh yeah, we have
Demolition
Court Cam to
Derby
catch up
winner,
on.
Lowe's 48 Jimmy Johnson. We also have Indy cars, Lotuses,
Thanks to Prime Lumberjake.
Acura, Tesla. We even have a toaster, camper trailer. We also have a rubber duck. Let's get 2,500 likes in today's video. Gentlemen, start your engines.
That's just wholesome.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing.
Don't forget the
Who says that again in the NASCAR?
Here we are.
Jimmy Johnson, I think.
At the front.
Oh God, Lord Jesus Christ! They're all dead. They're all dead. Oh God!
No, we've got a train up at the front. He's on the hood. Kyle Busch there. We got Jimmy Johnson in the inside. No.
Oh man! Whoa, God!
Sunny Beach. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. We got about
Thanks to Tier 1 to Ryan, the Prime, or the dollar, you know.
Halfway point of this demolition derby, we do have a train on the outside looking pretty good. The speed's picking up here. A few NASCAR.
Yeah, I think it's cute. It's a father-son bonding thing, and I think that's wholesome.
Speed is going crazy. Look at that.
They do a lot of these treadmill races. This blew up on Reddit recently, which is why so many people keep recommending it. It's wholesome. Alright, let's catch up on Court Cam. Not a whole lot of wholesomeness there.
It takes
Who won? Oh, the old muscle car. The Charger. The Charger! The fucking Charger won. Top 5 greatest escapes. Is this just me a montage of the ones we've already seen?
Up, we're inside the Highland County Courthouse in Greenfield, Ohio.
I don't know, I haven't checked in a while, Winry. Maybe.
Taking 34-year-old Nicholas Garrison into custody. He's been convicted of possession of methamphetamine. But, as the deputies are about to find out, he's in possession of another kind of speed.
Oh, fuck, he's at... Oh, have we seen this? Oh, yeah. That officer broke his back. Or one of his vertebrae. Yeah, we've seen it.
Watch as Garrison waits to make his break until both deputies have their backs to him. He then splits the two officers. And a third is no match for his open court speed.
I mean, he didn't really try very hard.
Stairs, his deputy Ben Reno takes a flying leap over the railing to stop him.
I've seen this 3 times now. It doesn't get old. He was like, this is my chance to be a hero. Fuck, my vertebrae.
Courthouse and escape outside. Nicholas Garrison would elude police for almost 4 days before being captured. He now faces additional charges for his courtroom breakout. As for Deputy Reno, who took that
He's the Prime Panda.
to the stairwell, he suffered 4 broken ribs and a minor concussion in his attempt to foil the escape, but eventually made a...
Oh, I heard he, like, fractured one of his vertebrae. Guess I was wrong. Yeah, we've already seen these. God damn it.
Including violation of...
I thought it was going to be some new ones. Yeah, it's a shame. Judge reprimands attorney during custody hearing, eh?
Okay, is everybody ready to listen to me?
Next, we go to a
Thanks,
child
Teresa Bryan.
custody hearing in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plaintiff is Shelby Bachman, and the defendant, Jonathan King. The couple are arguing over visitation rights for their 2-year-old son, Joseph. The issue is
I appreciate it. Thanks, Corlick.
unpredictable work schedule. The attorneys are Don Prokopius, and for the defense, Machancy Kramer.
Because my client is a UPS driver, his schedule, though, is not a set schedule. It varies. So he has to keep her notified of when his schedule
Makes
is
sense.
changing so that she's aware of pickup. She has told him now if he's more than half an hour late, he forfeits his entire weekend and can't see the kid.
Has Joseph gone weekends that he would have expected to see his father without seeing his father.
He has not missed one weekend. Not one.
The threat was made.
I
Not
didn't
one.
ask you if the threat was made. I asked if it happened. You led me to believe that it was happening.
No.
My client has worked with him at times that it was.
I'm confused. That still
That's
sucks.
the problem here.
After hearing from both sides, Judge Sandra Pomerantz points to the lack of cooperation between the parents.
What I see here is parties not being creative. But these two need to be adult enough.
Is she even awake right now? She sounds
What's happened
half
when we
asleep.
go from here.
But Your Honor, and I agree with you. And so what she's done is on these times where she's worked with him, but then I think it was within the last 2 weekends.
I thought you said you agreed with me.
I do agree with you.
Okay, so
that
listen
Judge.
to me. You're
Uh-oh.
gonna be done with this case when this case is over and these parties are divorced. They'll never be done with this case. Okay?
Good point.
So rather than complaining to me, it's a discussion with Mr. Prokopius being
Thanks to resub
creative.
terrain.
It appears the judge has struck a nerve with the defense.
My client has come up with all kinds of solutions, Your Honor, and it comes down to what Mom wants is what Mom is going to demand.
So what is this whole lawsuit about here then?
Well, Your Honor, that's how it is.
What I'm telling you is, have you discussed this issue with Mr. Prokopius?
Thanks,
Yes,
Resub
I
Marshall.
have in the hallway.
Okay. And
And
has
pizza.
it been a matter of making demands or saying
Visitation?
what are you gonna
Okay.
do?
No, it's a matter of calling my client.
Oh,
Things
uh-oh.
begin to get personal, and the judge has a few words for Kramer.
I do have experience with you using inappropriate language.
And you know
toward
that
an-
I would admit it if I had done it. And if I was going to do it, I would have done it to her face.
You know what? You want to be a sailor? Fine. Go be a sailor in your private life. But don't be a sailor in
Okay.
my court or in my cases.
I didn't.
Again, I don't judge people with sailor language because I use a little sailor language, but only in my private life.
We got her.
In my courtroom,
Throw her in jail.
Not to a litigant, not to an attorney. I don't do that because that's not professional. And ma'am,
Thanks to the resub
I
tray.
warn you, one of these days, the state bar is going to catch up to that. Because if you read the rules, there is an ethical rule about fairness to opposing counsel.
I know that there are also rules about treating people equally without regard.
Is she about to just get disbarred right here?
I find it highly objectionable that anyone complains about my language because I know all kinds of male attorneys who have no problem.
Oh boy, we're going in.
Screaming cuss words at me. So if I am outside there where my First Amendment rights are in full effect, I will say what I choose to say when I.
This guy's just standing here like, so do I get to see my kid or what? Are we winning?
But after a few minutes of civility, the counselor starts up again.
We've spent, 5-10 minutes talking about nothing that is relevant to this case because I, as a female attorney, am being chastised over language that men feel free to use every single day, and they do.
You are giving me a headache because you're yelling. And I don't like having
Yeah.
attacked, Your Honor.
No, you're not. Sit down, counsel.
Oh.
I'm done hearing from you.
Would you like to represent yourself now, sir?
Satisfied with the
Because
party's
it might be worse to have her represent you at this point.
Which means the parents will submit evidence against each other and the judge will make a ruling. In a child custody case, it can get ugly.
Your lawyers are going to be.
Yeah, we already watched that
painting
one,
a
Revenge.
picture for me in court. And it's not going to be a great picture of either one of you about the other.
Even after the judge makes her decision, the defense tries one last
Oh
argument.
boy, oh boy.
I have nothing more to say, and I want to hear from either one of you. I'm going to set the trial.
I understand that.
So sit down.
The couple's evidentiary hearing is postponed multiple times and has yet to be heard.
Thanks for some
Thanks for
comment in
being
the
a
Prime
fan of
Casual.
Court Cam.
Well, I wonder who won. So how many did we miss? They usually don't post much court cam to begin with. Inmate saves guard's life from heart attack.
First up, we head to Weatherford, Texas, where a camera keeps watch on an inmate holding cell in the basement of the Parker County District Courthouse. Those inside are awaiting
Thanks to
court
Prime
appearances
CKD.
upstairs. At his post on the edge of the camera's view is a lone guard, 52-year-old Gary Grimm. Like most days, Grimm chats up a few inmates from his chair. It's a typical shift for him, right until it isn't.
Oh, fuck.
Grimm is just slumped over in his chair. Immediately, an inmate recognizes something's wrong. Then the entire holding cell takes notice.
Well, how do they save
While
him?
Grimm lies motionless, the inmates break free. His firearm now up for grabs.
That seemed pretty easy to get out.
The inmates have a golden opportunity to escape, attack, or even harm the guard. Instead, they decide to help. They bang on the walls and yell, desperately trying to get someone's attention. Eventually, courthouse officers hear the commotion and rush in. The officers order the inmates back into the holding cell, call for backup.
That's wholesome.
And then check Grimm's vitals. He has no pulse. Another officer enters and begins chest compressions. Minutes later, an emergency medical team arrives. When additional chest compressions don't work, the EMTs apply a defibrillator patch to his chest. The jolt restarts Grimm's heart, and he's rushed to the hospital.
Hey,
having just suffered
fuck
a
yeah.
massive heart attack. Gary Grimm would recover and go on to publicly thank the inmates who not only spared his life, but
And then they all received an additional charge for breaking out of the cell.
Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never.
That was a wholesome one. I just said that court cam's not wholesome, and then there's that.
Now to Durham, North Carolina.
I used to love that show, Brett. We used to watch it all the time. Thanks to resub Abby and the Prime Popcorn.
For 3 long days, divorced parents Rashawna and Colin Morrison have been going at it, quite personally, in the courtroom.
I'm angry that his dad lives in Durham, can go on vacations with friends, take Mr.
There's Prime Han Solo.
on vacation, and can't sing this
Or Hannah Solo.
The child's mother, Rashawna, claims her ex-husband abandoned their 3-year-old son and failed to pay child support.
Thanks to Prime
He
Din.
argues she withheld his son from him and is seeking permanent custody. And the judge? Well, he isn't happy with either of them.
I could care less about it, you.
Oh, whoa.
I could. To tell you you're not important.
What?
And he's about to let them know it.
That's 2 parents, and I'm going to choose my words very carefully here. 2 parents can come in and act like such idiots.
Damn, what the fuck is this?
Called into bed and had sex and made that baby. He didn't ask to be born.
Oh, okay. Alright.
But he was. What's important is and you don't need to see 2 adults acting like idiots. Did I say the word idiots?
He did. 3 times.
Say it again,
Judge
I
now
guess.
turns his attention towards Rashawna.
I have no doubt that you have withheld that little boy. Don't you be looking at me. You say one more word, you're gonna get. You say one more word, you're gonna go to the Durham County bed and breakfast today.
Jesus Christ, he's coming in slinging his cock.
Alright, Deputy Neville, she's got 24 hours with the detective court to run her mouth as soon as we get done. Alright, you got 48 hours. You want to say it again? She's got 48
Gee, he's going in.
Rashawna eventually quiets down, and finally, after 3 heated days in the courtroom, the judge delivers his decision.
Both parents are fit and proper persons have custody of their minor child.
Thanks to give sub design.
Just take me now. I can't do this. This is a disgrace. What you guys are doing, you need to let your son for 9 months come take care of him. You're a drunk. You have a mistress. You have someone who doesn't do anything for nothing. I take care of my things.
So I don't know the lore, but it seems like the judge went real hard.
As officers try to restrain her, Morrison's brother, Sherrod Smith, comes forward from the back of the courtroom. At first, he tries to help by calming down his sister. But when that doesn't work, and Rashana throws a bailiff a right hook, Big Brother's caught in the middle. Officers try to restrain him, but he sends one of them flying.
Jesus Christ!
While the judge makes a quick exit.
The judge is just out. I half expected him to hop over the podium and join in.
Another puts her brother in handcuffs. And here come even more officers to shut things down. As Morrison and Smith are taken away,
Well, that got wild.
is also restrained in the back of the courtroom. Their mother.
Next, the resub Killer Bee and Juke.
Smith and his mother are hit with 48 hours in jail for resisting a public officer, while Morrison receives 30 days. Morrison and her husband now have a joint custody agreement. Judge James Hill received a public reprimand by the North Carolina
Yeah, I would think so.
for improperly exercising his contempt powers.
I would think, yeah.
Decorum and making inappropriate comments.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam.
Well, that got pretty chaotic. Thanks to the gift sub Cilantro and the Prime Vernetti. And the resub Budded. Okay, I think we're all caught up then. They don't post much of this show. Yeah, we're all caught up. Judge was a hero. You can't call someone a hero when things get tough and he just leaves out of a fucking secret back door. She raised her voice and he's like, oh my god, I'm out. Fucking turns around and leaves. I think the Prime's silent in the resub dub. Here's a tour of the world's most expensive hotel room. Oh, I'm fucking in. I love that shit. I wonder what the words per minute was on that. I felt really good on that one, to be honest. That felt really fast. Hey, Year. Thanks for the bits, man.
This is a hotel room.
100,000 a
Not just
night.
any hotel room, but rather
Thanks,
the
Resub Michael.
most expensive hotel room on the planet, at a cost of $100,000.
It was the
per
most
night.
expensive.
You could buy
But I'm gonna open
a
one up
nice
that's more.
house in Phoenix, or you could stay here for a week. It's located here in the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of it. I've borrowed this room courtesy of Vegas.com, which is your one-stop shop for your Vegas vacation, letting you bundle your flights and your...
I'm not going to
the
Vegas anytime
Empathy
soon.
Suite. And it's basically a two-story mansion in the sky. It's effectively an all-new room as part of a nearly $700 million renovation of the
Thanks,
Palms.
Ichiban.
And this is the crown jewel, the ultimate hotel room in Vegas, probably the most expensive hotel room on the planet. And today, I'm going to take you on a tour of it.
Let's
now,
go!
Eagle-eyed viewers may point out that I don't normally review hotel rooms, but I did review a few houses last year, and ever since then, people have been asking me, begging me for more property tours. So I figured, why not come out to Vegas and review a hotel room that costs
Makes sense to me.
$100,000 a night? Seems reasonable enough. So let's get started with the tour. Now, I'm standing here in the entry of the Empathy Suite.
How many people
and a
probably
few
emailed
things
him
to
like,
go
hey,
over. For one thing,
I know a guy who has
it's
a meth
about
lab in his house. Do you want to review
9,000
it?
square feet, and yet it only has 2 bedrooms. I'll explain why in a minute. Now, like I mentioned, this is a 2-story hotel room on the 34th
I am
and
familiar with
35th
Doug. Yeah.
floors of the Palms, making this the highest
He does
hotel
cars.
room you can get in this building. Before I show you around this room, let's talk pricing. Yes, $100,000 a night with a 2-night minimum. And you don't just go on the Palms website
Thanks,
and
Resub
book
Skull.
this room. you have to apply. And then they do their due diligence to make sure you can actually afford it. The other way to get in here is if you have a $1 million line of credit with the Palms. Then they give you the room as a perk. Now, some other perks that they give you, you have a 24-hour butler who is on call for the duration of your stay.
That's so
and you
cute.
also have a chauffeur
Get him in here.
service.
Is his name Jeeves or something cool?
But as I stand here in this entryway, you're probably thinking, it looks kind of dull. Until you look over there, and then you see some sharks. The sharks are there because they're art from the world-famous artist Damien Hirst, who designed 6 individual pieces for just this hotel room, including these sharks, which are called winner-loser. Rather interesting thing to see right when you walk into a hotel room. But anyway, you walk into the Empathy Suite and turn to your left, and then you see a medicine cabinet, which seems oddly placed until you discover that it too is a piece of art from Damien Hirst. This one is called Vegas. And the Damien Hirst theme continues throughout the room, specifically with butterflies and
that's just dumb.
medicine or pills. Keep that in your mind as I'm showing you around, because there are a lot of interesting Easter eggs related to those items. And there's more art worth noting right off the bat. For instance, above the bar, you have these marlins in these glass cases, which is a really cool look you can see from a lot of different parts of the room. Although my personal
This place looks like dog shit for $100K a night.
Table, it's this
it actually looks like a playground at McDonald's.
Called money. You can see there's just pills and more pills, and it's a rather striking look, but it's one that I find
so
rather
dumb.
amusing and interesting, and certainly worth checking out. But let's go back to the bar. And yes, this hotel room has a bar. And I can tell you right now that your hotel room doesn't. But take a look at the top of this bar. It's medical waste. These aren't used medical supplies.
Who wants this?
But you do have these medical gloves and pill wrappers.
This is the ugliest shit ever. I'm paying $100K a night and I get a bunch of trash on a table.
Controversial piece, but I think it certainly looks interesting and more exciting than just your standard bar. Not that you would mistake this for your standard bar, because it has 13
It's COVID
seats
themed.
in a hotel room. And as you can see, each of the seats has a little pill on the back, again continuing the theme. Of course, in this bar, you also have a sink. You have a built-in ice maker, which I love ice. I think that's a fantastic feature. And you have all the accoutrements you'd expect from a fully stocked bar. Just happens to be in your hotel room. And next up, another item. When you come behind the bar, you can see there's an iPad here mounted on this little pedestal. And why would you have an iPad in a bar? And that's because this controls basically all of the comfort and convenience and tech equipment in this hotel room. I'm gonna go over a few of the highlights. One is that this room has 5 different climate zones. There's different climate zones in the bedrooms, different areas of the room, 5 total different temperatures you can have as you walk through here, which is more than most people have in their
That'd be
home.
nuts.
And of course, the crazy doesn't stop there. You can use this iPad to close the curtains. A little too bright in here for you? Just go into the curtains menu on your iPad and they will all close automatically. You don't have to press a button or point a remote at something. Just do it on your iPad. And of course, you can also use the iPad to reopen all of the curtains all automatically, so you don't ever have to lift a finger.
Genuinely one of the ugliest rooms I've ever seen in my life.
And here's another great feature of this iPad. When you stay
just
in
a bunch of stickers on a window.
Put the do not disturb sign up or request housekeeping, there's a little hang tag you put on your door. In this room,
it's literally trash art, like garbage art thrown around.
You don't have to walk all the way to the door and put a little placard there. Instead, just tap a button and it turns on a little panel outside the door, letting housekeeping know that you're not to be disturbed or that you want housekeeping. Pretty cool. And by the way, it's worth noting that this iPad is not unique to behind the bar. There are iPads like this all throughout this room. I think there's 5 or 6 of them. So no matter where you are, you have easy access to close the curtains or request housekeeping or basically anything else. And next up, moving away from the bar, we walk now towards the living area, or one of them, and the dining room table, and here in the
You should
kitchen.
love it
Now, the
because it's
kitchen
trash.
is over here in a corner.
I mean,
Probably
I
not
love
gonna be
garbage
doing
as much as the next guy, but
food prep while you're
Not for
staying in this room,
$100,000 a night
here,
and not sleeping
and
in
as a nifty little
garbage.
feature, you can access the kitchen like I just did by walking through the room, but if you have like a caterer coming over to make food, you don't want them to walk through your party, so right when you enter the room, there's a
seems
little
like
hidden
it,
door on the side.
There's the
That's
Josh.
your butler's entry to the kitchen, and they can just come
Really
right
appreciate it
through
again,
here,
Swizz.
access
Thank you,
the
man.
kitchen, and they won't have to disturb the guests by doing so. That is a pretty cool quirk. And next up, let's move back into the living area for one of the great seating areas of all time. Now, I say that in part because of this view. You look out over the strip, you can see all the other casinos,
Right past all of the
mountains
dumb
in distance,
stickers
a
on the
gorgeous
window.
place to be. But to me, the
Yeehaw.
more interesting view is in here because you have the world's longest couch. Now, I don't know if this is actually the world's longest couch, but it's gotta be in the running. It kind of snakes all the way around the room, clearly custom designed for it. I counted, and you could get 30 people on here comfortably with enough room to kind of move around. You could probably get 60 people on here if you cram them all together.
Thanks to Resub on
Not
Guard.
too often you see a 60-person couch, but that's the situation in the Empathy Suite. So what do all these people do when they're sitting on their giant couch? Well, the answer
Probably
is
complaining.
they can watch TV.
I
if
paid
they
this
want
much
to,
for
of course.
this?
You can see there's a TV here facing like maybe a third of the couch. But just in case you feel like you're being left out from the TV experience, don't worry. Go along the back of the TV and you can see it's double-sided, and there's speakers on both sides. So if you're sitting at the bar, you can watch the
That's
TV.
kinda cool.
And
I
if
like
you're sitting
that.
on the
TV's
couch,
cool.
you can watch the TV, which is a pretty cool situation if, for instance,
Thanks,
you're
Resub
having a
Prodigy.
Super Bowl party at $100,000 a night. Not that that is the only sitting room. Walk all the way across the lower floor of the Empathy Suite past the bar, and you get over to the second sitting room, which is a little bit smaller, but it still has all of the same magical touches, including the wonderful view.
Hey, there's a
More
chess set
importantly,
there.
though, it has these swings, which are nice and fluffy. There are 4
What
of
are
them.
these
So if
chess
you get tired of
pieces?
fluffy,
What? They're ice cubes. The chess pieces are literally just ice cubes. This is the worst. $100,000 a night, and you get trash. Literal trash. They have just random fucking dumb stickers on the windows. The bar is made out of medical waste. And then you have pills as art pieces. Literally just pills behind glass. This is baffling. Crazy, man.
There are 4 of them. So if you get tired of sitting in your sitting area, you can come over here, sit in your sitting area, and swing.
Yeah, this is in Vegas.
Now, moving on from your swinging sitting area, you can come over here and you have yet another living room with yet another television. You can start to see how this place ends up at 9,000 square feet with only 2 bedrooms. The whole point of a place like this is you use this space to hang out, have a party, be with your friends, whatever. You don't exactly need 7 bedrooms in here, but apparently you need many, many seating and relaxation areas.
That's true.
And next up, moving on from that second living area, you come behind another wall with a giant television.
Beautiful
and you
chairs.
enter what I'm calling the game area, because you have some games in here. For one
Very
thing, you have
fun.
like a psychedelic pool table, a multicolored pool table, not like any you've probably ever played on before. I'm not sure how all the lines on the table would affect lining up your shots, but it would certainly be interesting to play here. Over on the other side of the room, you have a foosball table, which is also rather interesting because it's glass. I've never seen a foosball table that looks like this before, but maybe this is what foosball tables look like for rich people. And speaking of interesting
wonderful
games,
gaming.
back in the sitting room, there's a
Yes.
chess set with square pieces.
Oh,
Doesn't
here they
look
are.
very practical, but it
They're on the
certainly
front.
looks cool, kind of in keeping with the theme of the other cool-looking games. And next up, you leave the game room, come over to the side, there's a little door, but before you open it, take a look at the wallpaper in this room. You can see some subtle butterflies in here. Like I
Three
told
sub
you,
Johnny.
there are a lot of little butterfly and pill-related Easter eggs throughout this room. You've probably already seen some, and that's another. But anyway, open up this door and you enter the bathroom that I'm sitting in, which is gigantic. I've stayed in hotel rooms that are smaller than this bathroom.
Oh,
but this
wonderful
is
wall.
Just a half bath.
Just more
There's not even
fucking
a shower
pills.
or a tub in here.
Pill
This
facts.
is just a bathroom with a toilet and a bench, which is just insane. And as you can see, there are pills all over the wallpaper too. Again, kind of in keeping.
Looks great.
By the way,
That
the
looks
toilet
real
in here is one of
good.
These Japanese stuff.
Who wants this? Who wants this? Is this just like a hotel room for pharmacists? Oh, look. Let me just stop and read about aspirin and flucloxacillin sodium. Can't really read it. Oh, ibuprofen's there. Nice.
Style high-tech toilets. You can walk up to it, it will sense your presence and automatically open, and you have a whole array of different controls and features you can use, going well beyond just flush, which is all that my toilet can do. But who has time for pool or foosball or bathrooms, really, when you have this balcony? Come out from the bar and from the living areas, open the door, and you can see this is the coolest balcony I have ever seen. The coolest balcony you have ever seen. The coolest balcony anyone has ever seen.
I don't know. It's not that cool.
Is the pool, which actually
the polka dot columns are really goofy.
Facing toward
but
the
that's
Vegas
pretty cool.
Strip and all of the other casinos and the bright lights. You're literally swimming kind of suspended
Luckily we have more
above
pill
everything
stickers
out
on it,
there,
which is good.
higher than anybody else at the Palms, facing all of Las Vegas. That has got to be one of the coolest things you can do in this town. And by the way, this pool currently, I would guess about 95, 96 degrees. I'm sure you can turn it up or down, or you can just
it really does,
sit in
Cookie.
here, soak, and look out over the world. And by the way,
Is
just
that-
in
is that
case
true,
you
Cole?
don't
Maybe.
want to go in the pool giant hot tub thing for some reason, you have a sitting area out here where you
that's
can
pretty
just sit
cool,
back and
Louis.
relax and hang out. And if that's not good enough, you have
Maybe,
another
Slick.
sitting
Maybe.
area. So don't worry,
Thanks for the
you
bits
have
though,
a
man.
lot of
Appreciate the
different
1K.
options for hanging out and relaxing in your giant outdoor balcony. One other cool thing out here, the balcony actually opens up to the bar. You can see I can slide open these little doors and open up directly to the bar. The hotel will supply you with a bartender for a party if you want, and then they can serve you not just inside, but also outside, which is a pretty good situation you don't usually see in your typical hotel room. And by the way, one other item worth noting, you can see these columns on the side of this giant pool hot tub thing have these little dots on them. This is another Damien Hirst touch, all of these little multicolored dots that go up both of the pillars. I happen to like it. I think it gives this area
Why?
kind of a whimsical, cool, more interesting touch.
I get it
than,
sponsored,
you
but
know,
don't
your
lie. It looks
typical
like shit.
hotel balcony with a giant pool on it. But anyway, even though the balcony is my personal favorite part of this entire room,
I want to look
at.
hold on.
Show you. I haven't
Sorry to
taken
pause
you
real quick. I need to look up this guy's art. Damien Hirst. Damien Hirst. Because this guy's absolutely just a scam artist. They probably paid him like $1 million to design this apartment. And he's like, I have some stickers and some pills. Yeah, okay. I mean, he looks like the kind of guy that would be a con artist. But I want to see some of his work. Okay, let me see. Oh, here we go. What is Damien Hirst's most expensive piece of art? He gained the world record for most expensive work of art by a living artist with his Lullaby Spring in June 2007. It's a 3-meter wide steel cabinet with 6,136 pills. This guy's entire fucking life is just about putting pills in cabinets, and he gets paid way too much. Oh my god. Look at this shit. Why can't I? There we go. Whoop. Just closed everything like an idiot. Hold on. Gotta reopen everything now. Exit Prime Meow. Alright, there we go. I cannot believe it. He makes polka dots and puts pills in a fucking cabinet. This is crazy. It has to be money laundering. He literally just does polka dots. If it's not pills, it's fucking polka dots. God. Damien Hirst admits all my ideas are stolen anyway. Yeah, by fucking Gap Kids. It's polka dots. He's getting millions for polka dots. I can't believe it. I mean, I really can. Like, look at NFTs. Buying, like, literally nothing. The art world is crazy. I can't even find a piece of his that isn't polka dots. Or just putting a taxidermied animal in a glass case. Or pills. Those are the only 3 things he does. This is crazy. I don't say this lightly, but this is perhaps the worst artist I've ever seen. Thanks to give some hot thought. Sorry, I'm just going down the rabbit hole here. Like, look at the price. Look. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Look at the price for some of these. 15 to 20K for this. He literally took this from his grandmother's old closet and just said, it's fine. Good polka dot distribution. And then this is just called 9 Beetles. Voice crack. 9 Beetles because he found these in the dumpster. Put them in some glass. 20 to 30K. Crazy. At least with Jackson Pollock, there's almost an argument to be made, but this is the same fucking thing every time. It's just polka dots. I don't get it. Oh. Thanks to tier 1 keys. Alright. This actually took him less. All of these pieces together, combined, maybe 10 minutes, and that time was spent finding 9 beetles.
Upstairs yet to see the rest. So we go upstairs and you can see all the butterflies along the glass.
I prescribe what he sells for $1 million. Yeah, I know, man. You should start doing art with it instead.
Art on this landing, all the additional butterflies. And next up, you turn to the right when you get to the top of the stairs and you enter a bedroom.
Sorry, is this true? I'm a trained artist and I hate him. Most of the art world does. He gets other people to make his art for him. He can't even have the decency to go into clip art and just take the fucking paintbrush tool and go click, click, click for his circles? Are you serious? No way he actually gets people to do his art for him. No chance. That has to be a rumor. I don't even believe that.
Which is insanely huge. I say that because
you're
currently looking at like a large room with a large living space and there's no bed in it. The bed is in the other part of the bedroom elsewhere. That's just how big this room is. It has a bed and a seating area and like this little nest thing hanging from the ceiling, which you can just kind of curl up in and hang out if that's what you want to do in your bedroom. And you have some interesting views up here. In part, the bedroom faces down over the bar area and into the living space within the suite. You also have a view kind of over the balcony and the pool that's out there on your hanging balcony. Or you can look out the other way and see over the whole city, this incredible view, more of the casinos, the Raiders Stadium under construction, and far more than that from your perch in your bedroom nest thing. But maybe the best part of this bedroom isn't the bedroom itself, but rather the bathroom that's attached to it. The bathroom
this looks crazy. Look at that.
As you can tell. But that's not the most opulent part of the bathroom. Keep going through the shower and the tub and the sink and all that, and you get to the massage room. You have in this bathroom a built-in room just for massaging. And you have a special sink in this room that the masseuse or masseur can use throughout the massage process. Of course, you also have a dedicated massage table that has butterflies on it because you expect nothing less. As you might expect, though, my favorite part of this bathroom is this tub, which has this unbelievable view out over the whole world, this entire valley that we're in here. You can sit in here, relax, and look out on all the plebeians
No, I'm not gonna do chubby
And
evening
next up,
tonight.
another excellent quirk of this bathroom. In the area by the sinks, there's a little stool you can sit on to put on makeup, wash your face, whatever. But check this out, the top of the stool is a pill.
Whoa, what the
Continuing all the
fuck?
pills and butterflies theme throughout.
That's
That is
nuts.
kind of an interesting touch. I like that.
Woo!
And
Damien
next up, you
Hirst
walk
signature
across the
style.
upstairs
Holy
landing
shit.
And you enter the second bedroom suite. I'm going to start with the bedroom where it's fairly similar to the one I already showed you. Another rather large bedroom with another amazing sweeping view over the entire city. An absolutely beautiful
I have to
space.
look that
I
up
also
later
like
than
in
Harold.
this
That's
bedroom
crazy.
foyer, you have this little table, which is all mirrors and kind of jagged edges, triangles, cutouts. Very interesting piece. I really, really like how it looks, actually, and it fits this space very well. But probably the most unbelievable thing on the second floor of this hotel room
Damien Hirst's
is in
body.
here. I'm not
He
talking
killed
about
himself
this
and then
door.
hung
That
his
takes you
corpse
back
for
into
art in the
hall.
hotel
It's
room.
a second entrance for this hotel room since we're on the second
Oh,
floor.
underwhelming.
Instead, I'm talking about this door, because you go in here and you have the salt room. Ah,
What?
yes, the salt room. What's the matter? You don't have one? Before you enter this room, you turn this little switch
does
on the
that mean?
outside to turn on the salt. Then you come in here and apparently
What?
salt particles start to fill the room and you sit back and relax, and it's supposed to help with your allergies or your aura, or
Holy shit.
just making you feel more relaxed. Do you want to know the difference between rich people and wealthy people? Rich people have a sauna. Wealthy people have a salt room. And by the way, one
Turn
thing I
that shit
love
on. I
about
have
the
to
salt
see
room,
this.
in
I have to see
addition to
this.
the fact that it merely exists, there's little designs on
Just
the
fucking
walls.
die
If you
from
look closely,
sodium
you can see
chloride
imprinted on the walls, you
intoxication.
have, like a butterfly on
Poison
one
themselves
wall,
in the
and
salt room.
Look around, there's a skull on another wall. It's a really, really cool look. Precisely what you'd expect to find in a salt room, I think. And finally, we move on to
Damn
the
it.
last interesting bit of the empathy suite, which is the bathroom off of the second bedroom, which of course features, once again,
Yeah,
its
kind of
own
elemental.
dedicated massage room. Now the cool thing here is there are two ways to enter this bathroom. You can, of course, just walk through the bedroom, you're into the bathroom. That's a pretty standard thing to do, nothing weird about that. Or you can enter through the back way. There's an entrance to the massage room from that door that leads out into the hall. You come in here, you can see there's a little exercise room with a treadmill, you keep going, and then you're in the massage room. This is how the masseuse or masseur would enter the room, so they don't get to go through your bedroom, see all your stuff, they just come in the massage service entrance. Your hotel room doesn't have that, nor does your house. Now here's the other cool thing about the massage
There's
room.
nothing
Once
cool
you're
about
done
this
with your
whole
massage,
place.
You can either leave through the service entrance,
Jesus
or
Christ.
you can leave the other way, which goes directly through the shower. So after you finish your massage, you want to rinse off, no problem. You're walking through the shower anyway. Just turn it on and you can let the water flow around you to increase your relaxation before you go down to the bar or take a swim in your 34th floor giant hot tub. And so that's the empathy
That
suite
is
at the Palms
a
Casino
disaster.
Resort in Las
An
Vegas. Probably the most
absolute
extravagant,
disaster.
luxurious, and expensive hotel room on the planet. I've never seen anything like this, and I probably never will again, considering that it costs $100 grand a night. But now you've seen it, and I hope you've enjoyed the tour.
That looks like one of the worst fucking hotel rooms I think I've ever seen. Watching those hotel people that go like to the discussing rooms and they find like cum stains, blood stains, cockroaches, dead bodies and shit in the hotel rooms, that looks more comfortable than staying there. That's like a Damien Hirst diarrhea dump like room. That whole place sucked ass. Oh my god, that was horrible. And for $100K a night, there has to be something to that. There has to be like something nefarious. Someone mentioned like pill parties or something. Maybe that. The only other thing I could see is if you take a big group, like you get fucking 20 of your friends and you divide the cost per night and you go there to like do illegal shit. Maybe. God damn. Would you stay there for $10K per night? Fuck no. The only, and I do mean this, the only thing that was even kind of cool was the TV and the pool. And that's only because the pool looks out over the city or whatever, which is kind of cool. And the TV's two-sided. Yeehaw. But like, look at this. You pay $100 grand a night, and this is the kind of shit you get there. It's actual medical waste for art. Like, this just looks like a safety hazard. This is like what they would decorate a room in a video game to convey that the person that lives there is a maniac or evil. Just like, we got some fucking medical trash. Just fucking coat it somewhere in there. Oh, it's wild, man. Thanks to resub Loki. Man. Yeah, I wonder what the comments say, actually. No, comments on it. They're on our side. Imagine paying $100K per night for a hotel that looks like a drugstore. Yeah. If I wanted pills and syringes, I would just spend the night in a hospital for $100K. So you must have got a discount at the hospital. Good work. Good health insurance. Yeah, no one seems to like it. Looks like some edgy 12-year-old's apartment in GTA Online. That's a perfect way of summarizing this entire apartment. God damn. Thanks for the gifts, voice crack. Thanks for the gifts of Absinthe and the Prime Jalobo. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for the resub, Bob Sherbel. To everyone who donated, big thank you. New subs, welcome aboard. The sub means a lot to me, so thank you for subbing. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the emotes, and really, thank you again. It means a lot. The generosity tonight was pretty fucking wild, so just a huge thank you. Thanks to the Tier 1 Odyssey. I'll toss you to Swagger Souls tonight. He stopped in for a little bit, and I see he's streaming right now. So I'll toss you over to Swagger. Alright, thanks again everyone, and have a great night. See ya.